No, my thing went away. Oh, that's sad. Okay, we'll have to retype this now. Okay. Ooh. Oh, well, that seems to be working perfectly just fine. Huh. I don't know where we went last time. Hello, Daphne. Welcome in. How are you? I was trying to figure out why my phone was acting up a little bit. My Instagram story went away, which is weird. I'm getting my message first because, number one fan and all. Understandable. Understandable. Makes a lot of sense. But I hope you're doing well. And hi, Ridley. Welcome in. It's good seeing you as well. Happy Saturday. I am happy because today is Saturday, because that means the weekend is finally here. We get to relax, chill, do some studying. It's going to be a very nice, chill stream today. We're going to be learning some more HTML and CSS in Codecademy, and I'm very excited. Um, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it though today. Um, how do you say your name correctly? Uh, Diop. D-I-O-P. D-I-O-P. Welcome in. How are you? Please correct me if I'm wrong. I probably am. But welcome in. Happy to see you. And Butterfree, welcome in as well. Oh, here's my Twitch. But happy to see you. Oh, you have dinner? Chicken Parmesan? I don't think I've ever had chicken Parmesan before. Not to my knowledge. I don't think I have. No? No, I have not. Because isn't that usually have like cheese on it and stuff? But it sounds very delicious, especially like green beans. Green beans, chicken, parmesan, mashed potatoes. I had meatloaf. I had meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and green beans for a little dinner before I started stream today. So I'm very happy. We've been playing Sims GeoGuessr and Jumet Valley all day. Ooh, well, that's exciting. Are you getting a lot better at Sims GeoGuessr? That is the real ultimate question, Daphne. That is the real ultimate question. Are you getting better at it, at guessing where you're at? Because the Sims world, there's so many. Oh, you've heard Americans say chicken parmesan so many times, but I have no idea what it is. Chicken parmesan is like, how would I describe that? Chicken parmesan. It's like chicken parm. It's like, okay, it's like spaghetti with like a chicken breast on top with tomato sauce, mozzarella, and they usually sometimes plate it with spaghetti. It looks weird to me, but people seem to like it. And thank you for the early crew on the daily click. I appreciate it. But I think you can have it without it if you make it yourself. Ah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I have an image right here. This is usually what I think some people usually do for chicken parmesan, at least to my knowledge of what I've seen at Olive Garden. Um, but yeah, that's usually what the chicken parmesan looks like. Chicken breast with spaghetti, tomato sauce, mozzarella cheese. People seem to like it, but I'm like, I don't know. But you can always make it yourself with like however you want, which is nice. Um, I'm doing one more thing because I somehow my thing didn't post, which is very awkward. I gotta fix that real quick. But how's everyone's weekend though so far? I've had a very chill weekend, mostly because I was sitting in bed reading my book and typing a book. Mm. Oh, it's still good with pasta sauce, noodles, and piece of chicken. That's true. Yeah. Oh, you had chicken and jollof rice for dinner. Ooh. And you've been thinking about it for hours. Well, I feel like is this the perfect time to make it again, honestly. But that sounds really good. I've never had jollof rice before, but I want to make it one day just because it sounds and it looks really good. But no, honestly, Ridley, if you ever get a chance to try it, because I think it would change your life. I think so personally. I think it would. Because food is great. especially when you get it made well the first time, and then you can kind of make it at home if you want to. But I think trying new foods is always exciting, just to kind of figure out will I like it or not. That's good. That's good. Oh, you went to go see a play with your BF today. Also went out yesterday, so that was a very busy weekend for you. Hey, we love that. We love that. Um, ooh. Okay, there we go. Perfect. I fixed my little thing. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Now I can post that. But what play did you go see? I haven't been to a play in so long that I think the last play I went to was my high school play, and that was a long, long, very long time ago. Over 10 years. I would say over 10 years ago. Quite scary. Quite scary indeed. And one last thing I need to put in here as well. Okay, there we go. Do 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 do. Okay, perfect. I love Kim's Convenience. That is my favorite. Like at first, one I did not know it was in Canada at first, but I love Kim's Convenience. It's so good. Everything about the show is iconic. I'm kind of sad it ended, but Simu Liu had to go and do, of course, Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, which is fine. I love that movie too, but he just had to leave, which resulted in, I feel like, the show kind of declining. It's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. But Pedrix, welcome in. It's good seeing you. And Linus Den, hello. Long time no see. You want to go to a play, but you've never they never have. They seem to be so much fun. They are a lot of fun because you get to see so many cool like performances. I just haven't had the time to go. Plus, I don't really go outside to like by myself, so I'm like too scared to go to a play. So I'll just wait, and then I'll just wait and see if anything else happens in my area that I'll go to with a friend. Oh, you never go to them either, but I thought it'd be cool, be good to try something new. Yeah, and that's always exciting, trying something new. But now, see, look, I hope you enjoyed that at least. But I'm glad to see you all, friends. So today we are gonna be doing some lovely little coding, if you will, in Codecademy today. This is something that we do every single Saturday on Twitch, where we take our hand, take our brain, and try to understand HTML and CSS. But we're also raising money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and we are getting very close to $8,000 raised for the kids of St. Jude. We hit 8,000 yesterday, but apparently there's someone, I don't know who, but someone had charged back $250 from our campaign, and now we are below 8,000. But you know what? That will not stop me from fundraising, because honestly, the fact that we have still hit over 7,000 is still crazy to me. So I really, really greatly appreciate that. That's loud in my ear. But we're getting very close to $8,000 raised for the kids. I love Simu. He's so cool and he's funny. I kind of forget that he's Canadian. Like when I watch like shows and like TV shows, I'm like, oh, they must be like from America or whatever. I don't know. No, they're from like straight up Canada, a whole other place. Especially when actors do an American accent. I'm like, you saying this whole time you've been lying to me? Like, it's still crazy to me when finding out that Owen from Grey's Anatomy is not American. I think he's Scottish. And then Joe is, I think, Australian. And then a few other people. I'm like, y'all have accents? Since when? Oh I'm like, wow, it blows me away how people do what they do. I'm like, y'all got some skills. Teach me your ways. Anyway, oh, wrong one. Why is that? That should not be that. I was like, I showed a different screen. That's the wrong screen. There we go. That's a lot better. There we go. We gotta have a perfect screen. This is the right screen for Codecademy. And by a show of hands, who has learned HTML and CSS before? He has a song? Wait, Simu sings? Why do I feel like every Marvel actor has a song? Like Scarlett Johansson, iconic. But how did I not know? What? What? He has like a whole thing? That was like 2 years ago? What? That's crazy. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, Jeremy too. It's like every Marvel has a song. I don't think not Timothy Chalamet, no, he's not in Marvel, he's Dune. Tom Holland, he doesn't have anything. But I can guarantee you though, in the next couple of years, we'll probably hear a guitar solo song from Tom Holland. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. Chris Evans probably has something too. And we just don't know it, but he hasn't released it. That's true, Zendaya. Powerhouse. Hi Peppa, welcome in. It's good seeing you. We just got started with our coding, so you haven't missed anything. We are vibing, hanging out, doing some good stuff. That's true, he did do celebrity karaoke with Zendaya. I did see that one, and that was pretty iconic. Because back then, I don't think they were dating, to my knowledge. Hi Simple Pleasure, welcome in. It's good seeing you. I find like those celebrity karaoke like shows are so interesting to me, especially when they go on Dancing with the Stars. I'm like, where y'all get these moves from? How did you all do, like, who are you? You know, it's crazy. They just come out of nowhere. But you know what? It's iconic. It very, very much is. Okay. So, where we left off last week for our lovely adventures for our coding. Okay. Yeah, where we left off last week for our coding is we ended up doing a project of making a fashion blog for the good old-fashioned New York Fashion Week. And now we are on HTML tables of how to make a table using HTML coding. This is where it gets fancy. Hi, Rotten Lady. Welcome in. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend. How are you feeling today? Oh, I don't think so. I personally don't think they'll go through the Spider-Man curse. No. I think that they're way too in love. They're way too in love to like ever break up. And the thing is, they keep their relationship very, very private, which I think also helps, one, their sanity. But overall just kind of keeping their relationship like theirs instead of like the public's, you know? I kind of like that they didn't announce their engagement. I also like that they're not gonna publicize like their wedding or take any photos of their wedding. Like I like that privacy for them. So I hope they remain very secretive of their relationship for their own sanity. I love watching dancing videos. Oh, those are very cool. I saw like one video a long time ago that they were dancing in some living room. I think Tom Holland is like a natural like ballet dancer too. Like I know he's done some dancing before, so he's pretty talented in that regard. And of course the stunts that he does on Spider-Man. Okay, next. Okay, so we have to create a table. And so before displaying data, we must create a table that will contain the data by using the table element. Okay, so in the index, create a table just above the closing body tag, which is, oh, right here. I think so. So let's do this. Table, if I could spell table, and then down here, /table. There we go. But oh, you've been watching American's Got Talent, Britain's Got Talent. I've seen my fair share of America's Got Talent, a little bit of Britain's Got Talent. Now, remind me, was One Direction on Britain's Got Talent, or was that X Factor? Because a part of me feels like they're all the same. They just have different names. I think they were on X Factor. Okay, okay, I was right. I was like, I could have sworn it was X Factor because thinking back then and that time, Fifth Harmony was also there too. I'm like, oh, okay, not bad, not too shabby. It works. I don't really watch a lot of like singing shows anymore, but I think American Idol's like one of them that I find so unique. They do change it a lot, but I enjoy the idea how many talented people are out there in the world making songs and just doing great things. Hi Cassandra, I'm doing really good today. We are currently doing some HTML and CSS coding in Codecademy while raising money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. But we're just vibing, yapping about our lovely little week that we've had so far since today is Saturday. How was your Saturday? I know, I love the golden buzzer. The golden buzzer always makes me cry because it's like, what in the world? It's so heartwarming. Enjoy your lurk, Ridley. Hi, Sia, welcome in. Happy Saturday. Oh, you still refer to Kelly Clarkson as the original Idol? Yes. Like, personally, she can sing anything at this point. She can sing literally anything, and that is why we voted right. We voted for the right one. I do not know who that guy was that was sitting next to her. And I didn't go back and listen to any of his songs on that show, but I feel like we chose the right one. She's hilarious. I watch her talk show all the time. Like all the time. And Cassandra, thank you for the daily click for Palestine. A happy evening. I have not had to write down a single thing today, which is nice. Okay, so we're making a table right now in Codecademy. It's having us do table data. Rows aren't significant to add data to a table. Each cell element must be defined. In HTML, you can add data using the table data element, TD, which I don't know what that stands for. I think it stands for table data. Duh. And we need to add in Adams, hello? There we go, Adams Green Works. And then we also need to add in 14 and then package items. Yeah, we definitely did choose right, but no shade to Justin. Oh, that's his name? Oh, I was like, who? Where? It's kind of weird. Like, do they still even do that? Because I don't watch the show enough to like, how do they vote? Like, how do they vote nowadays? Oh wow, Columbus, Georgia. Oh my gosh, I forgot there was a TV show. No, not a TV show, there was a movie. I forgot because I remember a long time ago when they were talking about this, or Kelly was talking about it, about her time on American Idol, that they had to do a movie. And I remember that she did not want to do it at all. And I forgot it was called From Justin to Kelly, a musical comedy. Why do I actually want to go watch it now? Is it really bad? I don't know. Or whenever you saw a video of this desk girl on American Got Talent when Simon said, I don't think you're gonna need an interpreter for this. No, that stuff really hits me in the heart, for sure. It makes me bawl. Oh, stop watching years ago? Okay. I don't think they do like the voting like they used to back in the day anymore, because technology is different, so I'm assuming like they have a website now. And Nicola, thank you for feeding the mods and enjoy your lurks. And I think at iHeartRadio thing. Kelly Clarkson sang one of the Pink songs and Pink joined in and it was beautiful. Oh wait, that's so beautiful. I love when like singer-songwriters come into that. And hearing like, it's so crazy because Al Ravine, I believe it was song Breakaway. I think Breakaway. Yeah. And I'm just like, there were some iconic songs out of that. Al Ravine co-wrote the song, gave it to Kelly. It's like, ooh, all good things. Are you learning or teaching coding? I am learning coding on stream. I am not an expert at this at all. I have a background in UI UX design, but I have not retained a lot of that knowledge since graduating university. So I am not teaching. I'm just learning, and hopefully you all learn something too. That is I feel like that is the ultimate goal of these streams, that I learn something but you also learn something too. Whether you write notes down or not, we always have these videos to look back at eventually. More snacks. Ooh. Just Give Me a Reason was a song. Oh no, you're right. Yeah, wait, no. Oh no, it was Breakaway. Al Ravine had wrote Breakaway and it didn't fit right for her album, so she pitched it to Kelly Clarkson. Just Give Me a Reason was a Pink song. Yeah, that was the other one too. Okay, so let's do TD bracket package items, open bracket / TD closing bracket. And then we should be able to see if this works perfectly, and it should. Oh, hold on, I didn't fix that. Let me do this. Open bracket / TD closing bracket. There we go. Now it should run. And we have our starting little thing here, which is wonderful. But, oh no, you can see it. It's right there. So we have our starter. We have our starting table. I'm like, what's the word? Starting table. Atoms, Greenworks, 14, and package items. I don't know what that stands for, but I guess we will learn eventually soon when we get to that point in this lovely lesson of ours. I do feel like I need to put like a space there. Okay, there we go. On to the next. But I wanted to ask you all a question, for anyone that's curious, or just, actually, I'm just curious. Who all has learned HTML? Or, yeah, who has all learned HTML and CSS way back in the day? Because I personally learned how to do HTML coding from MySpace and the Tumblr days. That is when I learned how to do the basics. And I know the basics, some. Not all, but I feel like I am retaining some knowledge. I have a lot of notes written down, and I feel like going through all this will make me feel a lot more powerful to actually fix my websites, because that's the goal, is I want to redesign both of my websites. Oh, you did a way long time ago, pre-MySpace days? Ooh, that's exciting. I wish I had learned before like the whole MySpace days. I wonder what it was like. Also, Thumper, thank you for the daily click for Palestine, by the way. I appreciate that a lot. Okay, so we're now doing headings for our tables. Table data doesn't make much sense without titles to describe what the data represents. To add titles to rows and columns, you can use the table heading element, TH. The table heading element is used just like a table data element, except with the relevant title. Just like a table data, a table heading must be placed within the table row. So we need to add that above our table data. So we'll need to do this. We'll need to go up here. We need to add in tr, open bracket, tr, closing bracket, enter, open bracket, th, closing bracket, open bracket, / th, closing bracket. And it seems to me also too, another enter, open bracket, th, space, scope. Scope equals column. Oh, hold on. Little quotations. There we go. Col for comma. And then we're going to close the bracket. There we go. Oh, you learned basic, mech, macro, COBOL, HTML, CSS. Oh wow, you learned a lot of things, but it's been decades since I was proficient in any of them. See, I don't know any of that besides HTML, HTML5, C, CSS, and then C++. I've only used C++ a couple of times when I was in high school, but I didn't use it that much. Websites used frames all the time back then. Oh, they were the dark days. Ah, okay. I think my parents have used those before. But interesting. Frames. That does not sound fun at all. Oh no, yeah, that does. Oh no. No. Yeah, that looks awful. I'm sorry y'all had to go through that because that looks crazy. To give you an idea of an old macro and COBOL, they were done on giant size mainframes with punch cards. Wait a minute. I think I know what you're talking about. Because I've seen those, like mostly just randomly. Wait a minute. I feel like I've seen those before. Like every once in a while, I'll see them pop up randomly, mostly like from my parents doing things. So I think I do remember those days. But like, it's been a long time since I've seen like those. But interesting. I can say coding has come a long way since then. That is definitely for sure. It's a lot easier. A lot easier on the brain. Okay. So, okay, first a new row was added to hold the three headings: a blank heading, a Saturday heading, and a Sunday heading. Oh, okay, I know, I see it now. That's why there's a blank. The blank heading creates an extra table cell necessary to align the heading tables correctly over the data they correspond to. The second one, row one table heading, was added to the row title temperature. When rendered, this code will appear just like that. Note also use the scope attribute. Let me write this down. You know what I don't miss at all? Floppy disks. I do not miss those at all. Not one bit. Like, sure, they were used for the times, but never again. Please. That stuff was rough. Okay. The age. Because I know I'm going to have a quiz at this point at the very end. That's all that I know. ER. Table. And then PD stands for table data. There you go. Oh, you're an IT engineer, and I love when people when try coding, makes me happy. I find coding so fascinating. Like, what I tend to do, just random times, I like to always inspect somebody's website or just a random website just to see what the coding looks like, from what font they use, what colors they used, how they laid out certain things. Because there are times where I just want to like test things out, see what they're like, see if they work on my end. But it's so fascinating. I have a background in UI UX design, and I like more of the UI side. I like making pretty graphics and making things look good and prototyping them so they can function. But then having to code all of that is like a whole other thing that I did not really put a lot of effort in after I graduated. So I always found like this side of coding interesting to relearn. You remember those, the floppy disks? Well, I personally didn't use them, but it was the 5.5 ones that we mostly had in the house. The 5.5 ones. Scary. Why were they that big? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so in the first row, add 3 table headings. The headings should contain the following data in order. Okay, so company name will be that one. Oh, my mistake. Oh, there we go. We need to add in, take this out real quick. Scope equals commas, column, and then closing brackets. And what did it say up here? We need to do, okay, no, we did it right. Yeah. So in this one, we need to add in number of items. Can I spell items to ship? And we need to do open bracket /th, enter open bracket th, scope equals quotations, next action. Did not do that right. Hold on. There we go. That's better. I'm like, that did not look right even in the slightest. Okay. Then do this. Open bracket /th, closing bracket. Okay, cool. The real ones, remember the 5.5 inch ones? They were huge. I don't know why they were huge though. Why were they? Why were they that big? It was unnecessary. And then they just got smaller as time went on. Something's wrong with this table. Oh, I see it now. Do this. There we go. Perfect. Oh, you wanted to pursue UI UX design, but you got a job as a back-end engineer. Oh, a back-end dev through your college placement. So that's your main thing now. You miss UI UX so much. It's so much fun. Because like the thing is, I was self-taught in graphic design, and they said in order to get a job you gotta have a degree. So I'm like, I went to school and got a degree. So all of my graphic design was all through trial and error, but then I learned so many new skills that I didn't know I needed until I went to like college for it. And then I really understood like the passion of UI, to how to like, one, do your wireframes. How do you want to lay out everything? Your color schemes, how you want them to function, especially when you're prototyping. And then having to work with a developer, a web developer, to like make your UI function with the UX on like a website or whatever is so unique. And I'm blown away how people make websites from scratch. That eventually when I'm done with all the lessons, we'll have another stream at some point to what do you call it, to like how I plan out my website from the color scheme to where I want to place certain tabs. So we're gonna do like a whole redesign stream, take you through the entire process of how I like really map out my stuff. So it's kind of exciting to kind of get back into it, because I've never really shown like this side of what I usually do on a day-to-day basis, and I want to start doing that more often, because I don't like gatekeeping information. I gotta give you all the things that I know so you all can succeed the best way you know how. Wait, now add scope attribute. Oh, I already did that though. I was a little bit ahead of the game. Anyway, next. Okay. Oh, we're gonna have borders now. Ooh, a little CSS. I'm excited. Oh, you got tickets for you and your bestie to go see Lilo and Stitch on Tuesday. Ooh, have fun. I've heard good things and bad things about the movie, but I have yet to see it. So enjoy it. Definitely report back when you can. I personally want to go see it tomorrow, just because I'm not doing anything tomorrow besides like working on other extra stuff. But I want to go see it tomorrow at the Cheapy movie theater. But that's so exciting. Ooh. Okay, so table borders. So far, the tables you've created have been a little bit difficult to read, yes, because they have no borders. In the older version of HTML, a border could be added to a table using the border attribute and setting it equal to the integer. This integer would represent the thickness of the border. So we need to go over to our table. We'll delete the closing bracket and then we'll add in border, if I can spell. Border, enter 1 closing bracket. Oh, quotations 1 closing bracket. There we go. So that kind of will make it look interesting. What if I run it? Oh, okay. So I see little borders now. That's nice. That's nice. I also heard that they might be doing a sequel of Lilo and Stitch as well. Based off of the box office success, in the first day, it has already hit, I believe, over $55 million in the box office thus far in the first day. So they're already thinking about doing a sequel, which I can see it happening based off of like the ratings and money that they're getting out of it. It makes sense. I did not complete anything else. Okay. Oh, and the code in the example above is decrepit, so please don't use it. Okay. It is meant to illustrate older conventions you may come across when reading other developers' code. The browser will likely still interpret your code correctly if you use the border attribute, but that does not mean the attribute should be used. We use CSS to add style to HTML documents because it helps us separate the structure of a page from how it looks. You can learn about CSS in our CSS course. Now, I did not explain this before, but I am using Codecademy at this time, and I am doing a skill path of building a website with HTML, CSS, and GitHub. I like this because it's giving me everything that I need and more, taking me step by step through every single process from, of course, the fundamentals, how to really do it, doing lessons, quizzes, a nice practice project as well. But then it's also taking me through every single step for like CSS, building a website on your own computer. So we'll have ways where we'll be using like the Chrome dev tools at some point in this like lovely project of ours. We'll even do like some typography, color schemes, box models as well for box model and dev tools, display and positioning, responsive design, web accessibility, which is very important. Something that the reason why I'm doing this, one, to learn a new skill, but then also make my websites more accessibility friendly. Because what if someone is like, you know, vision impaired or hearing impaired, or they're blind or deaf, or just anything. I want to make my websites more accessibility friendly for everyone. So that's why I'm doing this. But I also am just very curious on how to do it. Flex boxes, transitions, final touches, and eventually using GitHub pages, general workflow. Do you find that you have to go back to the other lessons and review after stream? Does this distraction make it harder to retain info? Not really. At times I will go back to the other streams if I miss something, but I always write down important like facts that I may have missed or I will eventually miss. I have my notebook on hand. I've been writing for the past 3 weeks of all the notes of little attributes that I think would be helpful to utilize in the future lessons. But I've only had to go back through the other streams at least twice. But it hasn't been as bad though. It hasn't been as bad. Also, you cannot see a single thing on my screen. There we go. Also, I don't, never mind. But yeah, I didn't have to go back as much. Because when we take the quizzes, usually towards an end of a lesson, there's like one or two things that I may have missed that it'll give me a correction saying, did you mean this attribute or like this phrase for this question? And then I think to myself, like, okay, that makes a lot more sense why this is the way it is. I was not really a good test taker in school, so I did have a lot of hard times retaining knowledge, and I'm a visual learner, so when I'm able to see it, work on it, and apply it to other things, I'm able to retain it better. When like someone's telling me something, I'm like, okay, and it was hard for me to like really comprehend like what they were actually saying, like what did I have to do, like math, for example. I didn't do well in math because I had a very hard time retaining like the mathematical functions of how to do a equals bc squared and x equals y, like all the different things. Like the letters and the numbers made no sense. But I will say as over time, doing things that generally interest me, like this stuff, I find easier to retain. So hopefully that makes sense. That was probably a elongated answer. But I think if I'm generally interested in something, I find I pay attention more. Okay. So, oh, what in the world? Hello? Wait a minute. We're going to need some more data in the table. Add the following data to the table and make sure to place it after the second row. Did I jack something up? I did. Oh my gosh. Oh, hello. There we go. Hi, Coupon. Welcome in. It's good seeing you today. Hope all is well. Oh, you're more of a visual hands-on learner as well. Yeah, it's the only way I can like make sense of things. If I can't write it down and I can't do examples with my two hands, I'm like, I give up. But yeah, math was not my forte, and it never will be. It never will be. They say you'll use math in your everyday life. That is true, but I'm like, I mean, the only time I actually do math is when we're doing charity fundraisers, and it's like 3 times a year. St. Jude, we've almost raised $8,000 for the kids. We're less than $250 away from hitting $8,000 raised for the kids. So we're getting very close to that. And then honestly, doing that math of $8,707 was our last year goal. And so we are getting very close to that. We're like less than $1,000 and we're only $951 away from hitting that goal. So math time for me has been like, ooh, what in the world? That one's there. Oh, right here. Duh. Hi, fun. How's your weekend so far? Hope you're doing good. Also, Steve, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Spring Squad. Okay, so we do this. TD. Dave's Burgers. It's giving Bob's Burgers is what it's giving. That's what it's giving to me. Bob's Burgers. And then TD. I honestly just could copy and paste all of this, but I kind of like typing it out mainly for my pure knowledge to know that I'm doing it right. So it always helps to. And then same goes for this one. Send invoice. Send Invoice. ED, closing bracket. Okay, let me see if this works. Okay, it does. Okay, good, perfect. Good. Bob's Burgers is hysterical. It's like Dave's Burger? No, Bob's Burgers. Which, by the way, I think Bob's Burgers, I think they said they got renewed for another season, which is very exciting. It's an iconic show that keeps me interested about food. Also, happy birthday, by the way, Coupon. Happy birthday. Can we get some happy birthdays in the chat, please? And thank you for Coupon. Happy birthday to you. How are you enjoying your birthday so far? I hope it's been quite eventful and very fun. Ooh, did it again. There we go. ER. ED. Bakers. Ooh. Baker's Bike Shop. Baker's Bike Shop? Are they selling baked goods at a bike shop? Probably so. I wouldn't be mad. While you wait, have a pastry. Say less, Baker. ED. Closing bracket. You're welcome, and it's going well. You got to go thrift shopping with an elder friend earlier today. Oh, fun! Those are always fun times. Thrifting is exciting, but you're doing it with a friend, even better. I need to go thrifting again. It's been a while, but what I need to do is clear out my closet before I get any new clothes. I've been trying to like go through my closet to make sure that I am getting rid of things that I haven't worn in the past like 5 years. It's like, I don't need half of the t-shirts in my closet. They're getting a little bit old and stale. Okay, this one. TR. Oh, hold on. I see what I did here. TR, closing bracket. There we go. Now we're moving and shaking. This is what I need to do. TR, and then TD. Miss Sally's Southern. Miss Sally's Southern what? Furniture, food, clothing, books. What? What does Miss Sally's Southern sell? So many S's. Also, Leia, enjoy your lurk. Also, there are ads playing, by the way, friendos. You know what? Let me get something real quick on my little screen here that I think I need to add. Where? Oh, there was a video. There we go. Oh, you literally wear the same thing every week? No, honestly, same. Sometimes I wear the same shirt every week, like without realizing it. I'm so glad that I have face cam in these streams of mine, because then I can look back at my previous VOD and see like, am I wearing the same shirt, or is it like just a different color but same wording, or same everything, or like same color but different shirt. So I have a lot of black shirts, blue shirts, yellow shirts, gray shirts. I have a lot of that, so I'm like, let me make sure I'm not wearing the same stuff. Oh, you didn't spend much money, but it was fun to get a few things new for you. Ooh, exciting. Is it for like summer, or is it for just like whenever? That's always fun. So I find thrifting more exciting than buying actual like new clothes. Something about a thrifted shirt, it gives it character, you know? It speaks to me. Sometimes, depending on who you ask, honestly. Oh, not TR, TD. TD. TD, there we go. Perfect. And then I need to do ship. Ship. TD. There we go. Also, welcome back from the ads. Obviously, washing said things are involved. True. Whenever I wear the same thing, like, I'm gonna wash this and then wear it again the next day. Because, like, you know, it's your favorite shirt or your favorite pair of pants, you know? Like, it looks nice. I want to keep wearing it. It's like, who am I trying to impress? Nobody. And also, streamers don't have legs. So essentially, we're just a floating torso and head. We're just floating individuals. Rentals, open bracket TD, this one. I always comb those places for OG SimDisc. I do that too. One time I went to a thrift store, like all the way in like St. Louis one time. I found 3 original Sims 1 discs for like $1 each. I bought all 3 of them. Because I'm like, I'm not gonna let this go to waste. I will take it, buy it, and then I'll never play them because it's a collector's item. I must have all things Sims. If I don't feel like a simmer. So that was me, and I had the best of time. I'm telling you. Okay, TD. This feels like second nature to me. I'm like typing without saying a single word. This feels natural. I feel like a natural. They always say Unnaturally by Selena Gomez. A good song to play in the background. Enter order. Open bracket / TD closing bracket. There we go. Oh, you had some birthday money from the family you used, so we made it actually fun to not spend your money. That's always more exciting. When you're spending somebody else's money, that's when you know you're having true fun. When it's your own money, that's scary. Somebody else is like, okay. And yeah, enjoy your Lurky Loo. Have fun unloading the dishes. We all have a favorite shirt, pair of hands. Yeah, I have a favorite shirt or favorite shirts. There are a bunch of yellow shirts, but I like wearing black shirts too. Sometimes I just don't want to wear anything with color. I just want to be just like wear nothing, just black shirts and white shirts. Something seems off in this code. What did I just do? Wait just a minute here. Oh, you know what? I think I see the issue. Yeah, I see it now. The issue in the code. They weren't indented correctly. So now I see what that was. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but it matters to me. There we go. Other prices were like that, like search for $1 just for like $1.50. Oh, that's not bad at all. Multi-pack of cards, 25. That's a good time. That's a good deal. Sometimes like Goodwill, Goodwill, they pricey. Or a thrift store, but I always donate my clothes to Goodwill just because I don't have anywhere else to go to donate my clothes most of the time. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Guys. Doesn't feel right. Wait, did I copy the row 4's nested correctly? The number 1 element doesn't have the exact text. Wait, what? I am confusion. Wait, make sure to place it in the second table row. 1. What? Is that right? Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Oh, you have so many favorite shirts. One favorite shirt. Oh my god, I never got an Invader Zim shirt. I miss Invader Zim. Invader Zim, such an iconic show, I'm telling you. Everything about it was iconic and more some. I might copy and paste this and see. Let me see. What is the issue? My code. Oh my gosh, I see what it is. I didn't add a forward slash here. This is spelled wrong, and that has a space. Oh, never mind. My code was fine. I just had slight spelling errors. There we go. Now it's fixed. Jeez Louise. But no, Invader Zim iconic. I'm pause my game to be here. Shirt. Oh my gosh. You get Wales stores are getting census now, and the Salvation Army isn't too far behind. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really shop there anymore, or as much, just because they are pricey. I'm like, why? What was Gur's catchphrase? Gur, to me, I know we always say, like, you know, Tina Belcher, our spirit animal. Louise, spirit animal. Stewie, our spirit animal. But Gur, yeah. Yeah. Gur was my everything. Gur is me. Gur is we. Gur is us. I feel like Gur is like, at the time I didn't know like Delulu was like a real thing until I got older and I'm realizing, oh yeah, Gur is delusional on so many levels. That is me. I am Gur. Yay, we're doomed! We're doomed. Oh my gosh. I swear I laugh every time. When Gur speaks, I'm like, what is going on? It's like I saw a squirrel and it's doing like this. Like it was why? Like cows are my friends. It's me. I was a turkey all the time. Every single time. And like the Doom song. The Doom song. Why pancakes? Why tacos? Sometimes I'd be like, oh, so that's what we're doing today? Cool. I like that. You love when Gur says in the episode, time to make room for the tunnel. It's always so funny. Oh my gosh. What am I doing again? I didn't like, what was his name? Not Gur. Zim was fine. Not Pleakley, golly. Dib. Dib was, no, I didn't like Dib. I liked his sister though. His sister was fun. But Dib, no, he just got on my nerves. Okay, spanning columns. What if the table contains data that spans multiple columns? For example, a personal calendar. Oh, could have events that span across multiple hours or even multiple days. Data that spans columns using the col span. Oh, gotta write that down. I was like C-span, but no, column span. Attribute, the attribute accepts the integer greater than or equal to 1 to denote the number of columns it spans across. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday spans about 2, back in town. In the example above, the data out of town spans the Monday and Tuesday table headings. Using the 2 columns, the data back in town appears only under the Wednesday. So in the index HTML files, span a table element across 2 columns. I'm sorry, what? We're doomed. You're sleepy? Honestly, same. If you need to sleep, Lucid, feel free to sleep. I didn't go to bed until 2 a.m. last night because I was up writing my book. I got so inspired just to like keep typing and keep typing and keep typing about my book, and I didn't get that far. I'm almost done with the prologue of my book, which is nice. I don't know how long it's going to be, but so far I have 2 pages of my prologue done. I got feedback today at my writing workshop. They gave me some notes that I definitely can take into consideration to apply, so it makes a little bit more sense. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going great. Span a TB element across 2 columns. So table data, table, and then we have table header, span a TB. Okay, what? I'm confused. What do you mean? The formatting doesn't look good. Feel free to delete the col span attribute and value for the TB element you added then. So I'm gonna, what? Hold on. I'm very confused with what just happened. I would assume they mean this. That's what I'm thinking. No. To add a span TB element across 2 columns. No. In retrospect, Gert was pretty manic. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's late even for you. I'm an old lady. Honestly, 2 a.m. is late for me as well. I wasn't really sleepy. That was the problem. I wasn't sleepy at all. So I was like, I might as well be up, do some typing. And then I fell asleep after like getting bored of typing. But I woke up pretty well rested. So that was a major plus. So if I do this, oh, wait a minute, what? I'm sorry, excuse me. Oh, wait, no, I see what, okay. Okay, no, I get it now. I get it, yep. I was like, I'm not understanding the whole 2 issue. It was telling me that I need to add in a 2 into the column. So what I'm gonna do is do this. It just takes me a minute. I eventually get there in the end, but I figured it out. So col span, if I can spell, equals quotations 2, and then close that, and then open bracket /TB. There we go. That should also still work too. Yes. Aha. Okay, it's down here. I see it now. I usually go to bed around 2 a.m. as well, but for you, you get out of work around like 11:15 p.m. So when you get home, it's a quarter of midnight, and when you finally wind down for a book or a game, it's like 2 a.m. Oh, see, usually like my wind down times were only for like usually when I wind down in bed, it's like midnight, and I want to play Stardew Valley to like put me to sleep. But then I get bored after a while, so I decided to do like reading instead. Reading has helped me fall asleep a lot better than like playing Stardew on my Switch. Spanning rows? Oh, I know what this is. Wait, data can also span multiple rows using the row span attribute. Okay. Row span. Sounds like rows span. The row span attribute is used for data that spans multiple rows, perhaps in an event goes on for multiple hours on certain days. Like if you're doing a concert and it's running for 3 hours, you can do row span. On like on a Wednesday. It accepts the integer greater than or equal to 1 to denote the number of rows it spans across. Okay, cool. So just like all of that. In the example above, there are 4 rows. The first row contains an empty cell and 2 column headings. The second row contains the morning row, which is up here, along with the work which spans to 2 rows under the Saturday column, and relax entry spans 3 rows under the Sunday column. Afternoon, and then dinner. Okay. So we're getting somewhere with this. We're getting somewhere, which is nice. So span a TD. So let's do TD space row span equals 2. Oop, quotations 2, closing bracket, open bracket, / TD, closing bracket. Ah, okay, so that's pretty easy. I'm understanding. Oh, you fall asleep to Twitch streams or YouTube videos yourself? If I don't, game yourself or read. I haven't been finding really good YouTube videos to watch, like, when I'm going to bed. I've thought about watching, like, clean with me videos because they're very relaxing, or like catching up with old vlogs that I've seen months ago to rewatch. So if you have any like video suggestions, let me know, because then that'll be very helpful. Very, very helpful for sure. Okay, row span, TD. I did that. Okay. So row span is what? Specifies the number of rows. I'm gonna write this down. Number of rows. A cell should span. Whether it's 1 day, 2 days, 10 days, you pick. Okay, so now that we have that, we can now move on to the next one. 8 out of 13 done. So 9 out of 13. So now we need a table body. Over time, a table can grow to contain a lot of data and becomes very long. Yes, indeed. When this happens, the table can be sectioned off, so that'll be easier to manage. Long tables can be sectioned off by using the table body element, T-body. What kind of singer-songwriter name is that? T-body? That sounds like an artist. Does anybody know a T-body out there? Out there in the grapevine of the universe. The T-body element should contain all table data, excluding the table heading, more Okay, so in order to do that, we would need to put the T-body. Oh, now I know why it sounds so familiar. The Peabody Hotel in Memphis is called Peabody, but it's like P-E-A body. But this is just like T-body. Anyway, I'm delusional. Other than that, we need to add in the T-body after the table up here, and then also at the bottom of here. So enclose row 2, 3, 4, and 5, like 2 to 7. 2 to 7? What the what? 2 to 7. What in the what now? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Okay. I just got what they were talking. Like, wait, what? I don't know what. These are columns, so those are headers, so I don't need that. So I'm assuming I need to indent this. Yeah, let me indent the column things, because I'm realizing that this is not in the appropriate spot. Now it'll make a lot more sense. Okay, so table is the parent, table is the grandparent, TR is the parent, and then TH is the baby. The way I remembered it, for anyone that's like just curious, the way I've remembered like the order on how things technically go is that whatever's like outside is like the head honcho, the parent or the grandparent essentially. So it goes grandparent, parent, child, and then whatever else comes after that. But that's usually kind of how the order goes in mostly HTML. And so now they're all in the correct spacing. No, it is not. Okay, none of them are in the correct spacing. Now, okay, now they will be. I'm gonna indent all of these by hitting my tab button on my keyboard, so that way they are aligned correctly in the code and easier to read. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So now I need to add in enter that one. That goes there. And then I need to do what's it called? Tab indent the thing. So I need to do open bracket, T body, closing bracket, and then go all the way at the bottom. Backspace, backspace, and then open bracket / T body, closing bracket. And now my table will be enclosed. It should work. And it didn't work. Oh wait, did you add a table body? Make sure it surrounds only the last 6 rows. Did it not though? Did I not? Maybe I didn't do it right. What if I put this in another row? Let me do this and see if that works. Let's go back up to here, press enter. Now wait just a minute here. Oh, okay, no, hold on. I see what I did. TR, this one. Okay. I think I know what I did wrong with most of this. And now it should work properly. No. Okay, let's look at the solution, see what we are missing out of this. Because now that don't make no sense. So none of that's supposed to be there, and neither should this be here. Wait a minute. If they're saying T-body, did I do something wrong? Wait. First of all, take this out. Take that out. Use solution. Run. Let's see what this is again. None of that's supposed to be there. So I could technically take this out. But where in the world is the T-body supposed to be? So if I take out all of this right here, and then, oh, well, that's all I had to do. I just had to take out what I had down here and it would have been fine. But that's weird. Row 2 to 7. But if that's not 7, that's only 6. Hey, I ain't the one complaining. We'll take what I can get. Next. Oh, I know what I did. Those were just examples. So in the last exercise, the table headings were kept inside the table's body. When the table body is sectioned off, however, it also makes sense to section off the table's columns headings using the thread element. Thread, lead. Oh no, T head element. Like, okay. So we have T body. And that one would go up here. So this would take us, so we'll put it under table. We'll do open bracket, T head, closing brackets, and then go right above T body, but make sure it's aligned with it. And do open bracket / T head, closing bracket. So that should be perfectly fine. So T head is sectioning off tables column headings. But I did what they said, and I'll take what I can get. But I'm gonna write that down real quick. T head. So T body, T head. There we go. Oh. Hello? Codecademy, are we good? Is we Gucci? Did I break the code? Looks like that looks wrong. Oh, so if I take out T head, no, T body. Nope, no, not T body. And see what that does. Because that seems to be the issue. Yeah, it was T body, so I don't really need those, which is odd. Anyway, the table footer. So is it T foot? Yep. So we got T body, T foot, T head, T foot. Good. Okay. So the bottom part of the long table should be sectioned off using the T foot element, and we'll need to add in that at the very bottom of the thing. So pretty much add the table footer to the bottom of the table using the T foot element inside the footer. Add the following data. So it looks like it would be after TR. Well, backspace by 1. We'll do open bracket. Oh yeah, open bracket T foot. Like, can I read T foot space? Actually, no, indent. I'm looking at the code right. Yeah, indent. TD. Oh no, TR. There we go. TR. And then space. There we go. Now we're making some moves. We'll need to add in TD. And then in this one, we add in total. TD. And then same one. TD 28. And then closing it off with that and this. And then at the bottom, we'll need to add in the closing T foot. So open bracket / T foot, closing bracket. Oh, hold on. Oopsies. There we go. That's better. That's a lot of things. And then running it, got the total down here. Total is 28. And that seems correct to me. Moving on. Oh, we get to stylize it with CSS now. Wait, tables by default are bland. They are. They have no borders, the font color is black, and the typeface is the same type as HTML. Other HTML elements, CSS or cascading style sheets is a language that web developers use to style HTML content on a web page. Yes. So, the code above demonstrates just some various table aspects you can style using CSS properties. So we'll need to go over to the style.css. And we'll need to go over to, we need to set the font size of all table headings TH and data table to 18 pixels. So we'll need to go down. So TH and TD are down here, and the font size, there is no font size, so we'll need to add it in. So we'll do font dash size, and we'll need to do 18, semicolon. What? Wait, what? Huh? Wait a minute here. Did you change the font size of all TD elements? Did I? TD elements, I did though. Oh, T head, let me see. Maybe it also needs to be for this one. It'll tell me if I'm wrong, which I probably will be. Oh, you know what? I know what I didn't do. I didn't add in the this thing, px, for the actual size. There we go. That's better. Oh, now I can read it better. Thank goodness. That's all that I needed. I just needed the 18px, which stands for pixels. Okay. So let's see here. I think we're almost done with it. I'm pretty sure. This is the last one. Oh, it's a little review. It's a review, and then oh, we have a quiz. Oh my gosh. Well, let me write all these things down here. Okay. So table, yes. TR stands for table row, or adds rows to a table. TD adds data to a row. Table heading is TH. Table data can span columns using col span, row span. A table's head is created with T head. Table's body is T body, and then the foot is T foot. Oh, well, that seems a lot more simple than I thought it would be. Okay. Well, actually, did I write those down? TH, TR, TD, whole roll, head, body, foot. Yes, okay. I did write all of them down. Perfect. See, when I can see it and do it, I retain it better. But if you didn't know this about Codecademy, it gamifies your experience. So we are now at 120 XP, which is nice. Out of I have no idea. But now we have a quiz. Okay. There are 8 questions. Which tag adds new data to the HTML table? It is TD for table data. Yes, this is a tag used to add data to a table. Which tag should surround the entire table of data? The entire table of data? Table. Yes. It contains all the tabular data you plan on displaying. And then for the row, which is TR, table row. Yes. What? Wait, what? Oh, if I read the whole question, it said headers. I always slip up on one question. I'm not a good test taker, you know? Not a good test taker. We're getting there. I knew the answer. I just didn't read the full question. If you ever had issues like that before in the past, we are one and the same. Because, oof, what a time. Okay. And thank you, Butterfree. I appreciate that. Okay, what does the following code do? So table row, table data, whole span, which will do that. Back in out of town, back in town. It creates a cell that will span across 2 columns and a cell that will span across a single column. Well, that first one's wrong. It'll make cells in a row span 2 columns. It creates a cell that will span 2 rows. Wait a minute. It will make all cells in the row. Last one, no. It creates a cell that will span 2 rows. No. It creates a cell that will span 2 columns, which, yes, and a cell that will span a single column. Oh, then yeah. Also, Butterfree, thank you for feeding the mods. Yeah, okay. I was like, yes? No. Yes. Which of the following tags is used to separate the footer of the table from its body? It's T-foot. Yes. And then for which of the following tag is used to separate the body from the table from its headers to the footer? T-body. Yes. And then what tag creates new rows? TR. Yes. And then which tag adds a new row header? Oh, this one. I was like, I don't know. That's what? Anyway, it's fine. I was like, the first one? No. Column row. Anyway, sometimes you just gotta take it slow. I got 75. I think my issue is I don't read, but I should read them more. At least 10 times. But at least we did something. And all the fun things about like learning, you don't gotta be perfect. Take your time with it. Don't rush through it. Sometimes you slip up. And sometimes you make mistakes. But life is all about mistakes. So, read. Okay. So we got 10 XP out of that. That's okay. And, oh, a wine festival schedule. Oh, we have this is the last one that we do before we work on CSS. In this project, we're going to practice tabular organization in HTML so you can hone your skills and feel confident taking them to the real world. Why? If you are going to have data on a web page, you're going to have to master the skill of efficiently and aesthetically organizing it. An HTML table is the perfect solution. Cool. Help. So we have 10 of these. So the objective is to the Alger family is hosting their annual wine festival and they ask you to build a web page for the event schedule. Okay. So it's supposed to look like this. Basic, simple, easy. That is what it's supposed to look like. There's a little bit of CSS in here. It has a white, background, a nice golden-ish, brownish border. The font style is different. The font size is different. And we got times. Oh, got this little stuff down there too. Okay. Well, we got a good thing coming now, do we? Okay, so we have the top and we have the bottom. So now we can go get sorted. We have, does this matter? Oh, so we just have 10 of these to complete and then we're done. Okay. So the first task at hand, in the index HTML inside the div element that has the attribute class, I've got no class, with the value of container, create a new table element. I was like, can I read? Yes and no. Okay, so we have to make a table. And in order to do that, we need to do table, open bracket, table, closing bracket. And then we need the same thing. Open bracket, / table, closing bracket, like that. And that will give us, hopefully, said table. Well, we'll see. We did create the table element, so we'll check that mark 1 off. Task number 2, inside the table element, add a section of the table for table headings using the T head, and then add 2 rows inside of it using the table row element. Oh my gosh. This is where it really makes you like test your knowledge about, do you retain all the knowledge that you just learned from the previous chapter of the book? Yes and no. But we will roll with the punches. And thank you so much for the hydrate check, my friend. No, all good, Daphne. Enjoy your lurks. Enjoy your lurks. We're working, I guess in a way, co-working and studying at the same time. I decided to change my category on Twitch instead of just chatting to co-working and studying, because I feel like that's a lot more accurate than the other one. It's like we're chatting, we're yapping, but we're also studying HTML at the same time. Feels a little bit different. Okay. Okay. So now that we have that, our next step is to add in the T-head element. So we have this. We're going to do this T-head and then do the same thing, T-head. I hope y'all writing this stuff down. If you aren't, that's okay. You don't have to. It was like, if you're following along, you may want to. So, okay, making the table headers or headings using the T-head, then add 2 rows inside of it using the table row element. So it looks like we'll need to do this. Oh no. It's row span. Row span equals quotations 2, and then closing bracket, and then T-head like that. I think so. Let me take this one off. That should make sense. I don't know. I think we just haven't added anything yet, so we are still in the very basics. So inside the first table element for from task 2, add a table heading element. Add a table heading element. Instead of that, include an H1. Ooh, jeez Louise. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see here. Now, I can't remember exactly. Request to be code? No. If you get stuck with this project, you can see it. No, I'm not there yet. Prettify code status code unformatted. Oh my gosh, they said your code looked jank. I'm going to. Oh my gosh, hold on, let me go back. Hi Nat, welcome in. It's good seeing you today. We are doing some HTML and CSS coding. We are working on a project right now at the moment of really understanding how to make a table look nice and pretty using what we just learned in our previous chapter. But I'm really glad to see you. How's your day? How's your lovely Saturday going so far? I hope it's been well. Give me a hint. What? For task 3, focus on the first table row. What? Oh, wait. Ooh, oh, hold on. I think it's... Oh, not white. Wine festival. Festival schedule. If I can spell schedule, that should work. Yeah, no, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, we're just doing some nice little chill, working, studying, work session, if you will. Oh, you went to a convention? That's right. How did it go? You got a picture with Bird Yoda or Bird Yoda commissioned? You mean big Yoda or bird? What's a Bird Yoda? Still, that's very exciting. I'm very happy for you that you got that picture. I personally have not been to a convention since last year, and don't really know. I don't really know if I'm going. I might be going to DreamCon this year. That's literally next week. It was a last minute thing, and I haven't heard back yet from a person that was emailing me about it. So I may or may not be going. I don't know, but we'll have to see. Oh, you have a parrot who you named Yoda. Oh, I love that. Is your bird wise? Does it give you ideas and thoughts? Does it make you think? But that's so cool. A very wise bird, if you will. That's probably not remotely correct. It is, and it also isn't. But it is. I done did something right. Oh my gosh. Hello. Okay. Inside the second row. Oh wait, from task 2. Second table. What are you talking about? Oh, he's a green small and certainly has opinions of his own. Oh, not the opinions of his own. That's scary. Does it talk? And thank you, Silent Bunny. I'm like, wait, I did something right without having to look up little facts. Okay, so inside the second table row element from task 2, add th inside. Because, wait a minute. Where is this thing at? So it's supposed to look like this. So I'm gonna have to make another thing at the bottom of it. So I'm assuming it's th. I have to add 2 of them. Those stand for headings. And if I can remember correctly how I did it before. Okay, I think I remember. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. H2. That's probably not right. But we sure enough go and type something. And hope for the best. And I think, if I remember this correctly, row span equals 1. It might be 1. I can't remember. Yeah, parrots are very cool. They can be funny as heck. No, I believe you. I've seen like a lot of videos and photos on like places, TikToks, and they are quite sassy for no reason. But you know what? You love them either way because they bring you a lot of joy at the end of your day, which is what everyone needs personally. Joy. I think I'm doing this right, but I also feel like I'm not at the same time. And it's saying second row, table row element. So, oh, never mind. I'm Delulu, kind of. I know exactly what I need to do. The way I just threw all of my learning out the water is quite funny. Yeah, this is what I need to do. I was like, learning, what's that? There we go. I knew I wasn't crazy. Kind of. Not really. But I know exactly what I had did wrong. And H2. And then this one right here. Perfect. Oh, he has a few phrases, mainly his name. I love that though. Sometimes the more sass the better. Randy Joe has some sass. And I'm like, sir, you're 3 years old. You need to get it together. We're having some issues. Oh my gosh, wait. I done did the thing. Okay, I got time. Okay, I got time. I got time and event in the right place. Okay, but the wine festival schedule is in the wrong place. So let me go back up here. I don't know what that means, but we're gonna have to fix that eventually. But no, sassiness is great. Also, by the way, Um, where was it at? Anonymous, thank you for the $50 donation, by the way, to St. Jude. I really greatly appreciate that a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you so, so much for that. You got a little ball at the very bottom of the screen now. Like right down here. Thank you so much. We're getting very close to our $8,000 goal. We're only 200. We're less than $200 away from hitting 8,000 again. We're almost there. We had hit 8,000 yesterday, and then something happened. But we still move forward. We're still moving forward. That won't stop us. But we're getting very close to it again, which is very exciting. And like the other goal, actually 8.7 is actually what we raised last year. So if we end up surpassing that, that will be very cool. And we only have a couple of more days left until the fundraiser is over. So if you ever feel like donating to St. Jude, now would be the perfect time to do so. If you can, and if you want to, of course, you don't have to. But if you would like to, of course, you can always use this lovely link. And you can also share it with your friends and family. That also helps too. Word of mouth is still effective till this day. Okay, then add 2 rows inside. Table row. Oh, wait a minute. Inside the table element, add a section for table headings, T head, yes. And then add 2 rows inside of it. Okay, so I read it wrong. Okay. Okay, I see a little bit more. Kind of. I think. Did I do that right? I don't know. But thank you so much. And also Silent Bunny, thank you for the early crew and the daily clip for Palestine. And as well as Nat, thank you so much. I don't think all parrots live long. I don't think so. I don't really know what the oldest parrot is. That's really actually a really good question. I do wonder though. Let me try this real quick. Okay. Go back. It's right here. Move that right there. TR under this. TR that. And then at the bottom of this, TR this. But that's not right. I need to move these out a little bit more. Grandparent, parent, child, grandchild, great-grandchild. Okay, so move that here. Move that there. Move this here. Move that. No. Move that there. Move this here. Move that there. There. And there. Okay, now that looks a lot better. Okay. I think I'm doing that right. Let me see. No. I don't know. So is this coding for a site? So this is actually, so it's a website where you can learn how to code. And of course with like other skill sets. But what I'm doing right now is coding for a website. I have an objective of making an event schedule or build a web page for an event schedule for the annual wine festival for the Alger family. It's one of our projects that we have before we move forward to modular 2. So in a way, yes and no. Fake website, but for a real project. 30 years. Oh, wow. That's a very long time. 30 years. That's a commitment. is taking you aback, I randomly decided to learn HTML and CSS in high school, and web dev ended up being your job for 10 years. That's so cool. See, I thought like HTML and CSS was so complicated because there was so much terminology I just did not understand. I went to school for UI UX design. I realized that I more enjoyed the UI side than the UX side. So I'm just kind of trying to go back and relearn the coding side. So when I make my UI how I want, using like Figma and Milano for like planning, I can then transfer it over using Squarespace to hopefully implement it the correct way. So it's a lot going on with this one. It's gonna tell me something's wrong up here later, but I will deal with that later. For now, I'm gonna still check mark it because I think I am done with task 4. Oh, okay. See, I didn't read ahead. Now it's telling me why this thing up here is not the way it's like the way it is on the other one. Because this is what the website's supposed to look like, at least the web page. And I'm thinking to myself, why is the wine festival schedule so like gigantically long and not small like down here? Well, in task 5, it says you may notice that the wine festival schedule does not stretch across the entire table. Let's fix that. So, below the closing T head tag, section off the table using the T body element. I feel like I may have messed this up by accident, but I think I also made it work at the same time. So let's see. Oh, in the opening TH tag. Wait, what? Hold on. Wait, what? Hold on. Whoa. Go back. Did I miss? Aha. Oh, no, I had it right the first time. Okay. So it's fine. So T-head in the opening TH tag, I do not have one. Not, at least not here. I can add one in though. TH, that one. And I need to add in whole span equals quotations 2. Close that up. And that should work. It worked! Friends, it worked! It worked! Oh my gosh, I'm excited now. It's working. Finally. Okay. So task 5 is done. And so now for task 6, it says below the closing T head tag, section off the table using the T body element. So that one is, oh, here it is. Oopsies. T H. There we go. So below the T, below the closing T head. So down here, T body. I assume so. And thank you. I feel like once you kind of get the basics down, it becomes easier, or at least I think so. It becomes easier. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know it was going to be that simple. Okay, T-body. Below the closing T-head tag, section off the table. Section off the table. Oh, I think I did that. Inside the table body you created in the previous task, create 5 rows using the table row elements. Okay, so we're gonna see if we did this right. Ooh, the song, no. We're gonna see if we did this right. Let's add in so table row is TR. Yes. Okay, so TR. And then I'm gonna keep doing all of this. Hopefully that will make sense. I have to make 5 rows of this. Ooh, that is not right. TR. And then TR. Oop, there we go. That's 2. This will be 3. This will be 4. And that should be 5. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we got 5 rows. I don't know if that's going to work right. We're going to see if we can do it. So we created 5 rows using the table row element. And then inside each row, create 2 cells using the table data element. Okay. Oh, hold on. Never mind. I'm Delulu, I think. Okay, so we'll have to make 2 cells using the table data. The first data in each row should have an attribute class with left. So if my neck always hurts. TD, table data. Oh, okay, I think I kind of see it. Table data. Okay. Table data. Insert 2 rows. So, oh, okay. Wait. I think I'm understanding what they want now. I'm sure. 2 rows there. And then do the same here. Okay. Oh, go back up real quick. /TD. Okay. I think I'm starting to get the hang of it a little bit more. They always say Rome was not built in a day. Could have. But why rush? Why rush beauty when you can take your sweet time building blocks, building sculptures, piano lessons? They always say it takes 10,000 hours to be an expert. And I am what you call, I have 9 hours, I think. 9, maybe 10 hours in HTML and CSS, just from the streams alone. Doing all this on the stream is actually keeping me more accountable, because if I did it by myself, I probably would have not gotten this far, and I would have been too lazy to actually do the rest. So, y'all watching me code is like, ooh, gotta keep a level head. Gotta keep doing it. If I don't, I fail. Okay, so now that we got that figured out, inside each of the 5 TD class equals class. We gotta go to the left. Add an H3 element. Ooh, can I spell? Oh. Okay, wait, what? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That doesn't feel right. It doesn't seem right either. Why is that the way it is? H3. Oh! There we go. Fix it. Hee. Yeah, take time and really learn. Exactly. Taking the time to really learn what's happening. Okay, so now we have to add in all the time. So I'm gonna try this first one just to see, because I do feel like I maybe have jacked something up by accident. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh. 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 I see. Okay. Okay. Let me just take all of this. Take that out real quick. And we're just gonna put it right under all of that. Like so. So I was like, wait a minute. Something's a little bit off here. This doesn't feel right. TR. One more space. Okay, there we go. That's better. Now it's below it. Just what we want. It's like, something doesn't look right here. Something's a little bit off. So now that we have that, we can now move forward to the next one, and the next one, the next one, and the next one. But that doesn't feel right though. If that's 12 p.m., I would assume they would mean something else by the next one that we'll do. Okay, equals left, closing bracket, open bracket, h3, closing bracket, open bracket, / h3. 1 p.m. I need 0.1100 base p.m. Okay, so that everything seems to be working. I would assume that at some point I'll be able to squeeze it because it does feel quite large and in charge. I'm gonna have to fix that eventually, I think. I don't know. Let's figure that out later. We'll just do the rest. Figure it out as we go. And this one calls for 2 p.m. 2 p.m. and then H3. I will say the lower. Ooh. Oh, this is wrong. Yeah, so the higher you go for like your H1, H2, H3, H4, it goes from H1 to H6. The higher the number, the smaller the font. The smaller the number, the bigger the font. So keep that in mind when you're making your headings a certain size from time to time. Class left. H3. And then I need to put 3 o'clock p.m. And I didn't close this up, did I? Oh, that doesn't go there. This H3. There we go. Hi, Jake. Welcome in. It's good seeing you today. How are you? We are yapping our ears, brains, and eyes today because we are making a fake website for a wine festival event in Codecademy. But how's your Saturday going so far? Or at least technically, it's not Saturday for you. How's your Sunday going so far? I want to know what your Saturday is, or your Saturday and Sunday. A double question. Since you live far, far away, you can always come visit us if you want to. Just say the word and we've got a spare bedroom just for you. There we go. That should work. Oh! It sorts itself out the whole time. Okay. Well, I must be doing something right. My brain is large. Not really. Alcohol? I guess in this terms of society, we could say nectar. We can just say nectar is what we're making a website for. Oh, Sunday's going really great actually. You've been rewatching Doctor Who. Like the original Doctor Who or like the new ones? Because the thing is, I haven't watched Doctor Who ever. Like, I have not seen a single episode. There's too many Doctor Who's that makes it very confusing. Of like, where do I even start? What do I begin with? Should I love it? Should I hate it? Like, I just don't know. Your brain is small. No, it's not. Your brain is perfectly normal. My brain is small. I think you can stream... I only know Doctor Who is on Disney Plus. At least the new ones are, I think. And then the other ones might be on Hulu. I can't fully remember. There's too many. Just make one and leave it to be. Okay, so instead of each TD element there that does not have a class attribute with the value of left, add H3 element to that includes the name of the event. Wait, what in the world? So I'm gonna try this out because they are making my brain delusional. Welcome reception. Reception. Oh, okay. Never mind. It's on Disney and I think Netflix, but at least in the UK. I know that Disney Plus has a few, but I haven't really checked Netflix. Wait, what? My announcement? Wait, what announcement? Oh, that announcement. Like, wait, announcement? What announcement? You meant Twitch chat announcement. I think I accidentally forgot to change it before we had started stream. We're not playing Stardew today. That'll be next week. I was like, what are you talking about? I don't understand. Okay. Now it should be fixed. There we go. Thank you for that, by the way, Butterfree. Appreciate it. I was like, wait, where, who, what? I had done a lot of things today, so I was like, wait, where? Good. Okay. But thank you for the correction. Appreciate it. But I guess in a way, is it technically wrong? The first part is, but the second part of that sentence is technically correct because I am married to Sebastian. So in a way, the second one's correct, but not for today. Good old Seb could do no wrong. Really. Harvey, on the other hand, that's another question. That's another person that I will never get behind. I'll leave him in the dust. Oh, you haven't watched Doctor Who since the fourth Doctor Who? You wanted to watch for a long time? How many Doctor Who's are there? 15? And money's too tight for streaming services right now. No, that is totally valid. Streaming services are very expensive. And I'm like, why? Why are they? What is wrong with this one? Something feels off. I'm gonna leave it alone. Something seems off about this one. Space. It doesn't like spaces, which is very odd to me. I don't know why. Oh well. 15? That's a lot of Doctor Who's. How do you all keep track of all of that? That would confuse me, mostly as a person who hasn't seen Doctor Who in a while. And I'm like, how does one do? Oh, I see it now. There it is. I was like, what was wrong with the thing again? I saw it. Okay, let's do this one. H3. Speed. Wine, luncheon. I love a good lunch. A good lunch N. Luncheon. H3. And then the fourth one is H3. That family's last name plus what they're drinking. The way I can see, but I can't see at the same time, really says it all. I'm like, I cannot see a single thing on my screen. Okay, so that should be what it is. See, that doesn't feel right. The way, like, you can't see it, but the way this is, it makes my brain hurt. I don't see, I like spacing when it's correct. I feel like they could at least make the wording longer so it aligns better. The way I want to correct everything on this whole schedule, but I can't. I mean, I can, but it'll give me an error if I do. Wasn't there a fake announcement about Nucci Gatwa being fired recently? That was probably fake. Yeah, there's a rumor that they're going away. Like they were axed from the show. Apparently upsetting the BBC bosses about something. But it's like not confirmed. It's just a rumor. A rumor at this point. I'll believe it when I see it on Deadline. Because I feel like most of the time there's a lot of things that end up on Deadline. Like, okay, it's real. But no. As of right now, it just says rumor. I feel like, hasn't he played in something else before? He played in Barbie? Who was he? Was he Ken? Was he one of the Kens? Sir, who did you play in Barbie? Were you a Ken? Or were you a random? IMDb will tell me. Oh, you were a Ken. Okay. So, like, there's nobody else in that show. Like, unless you're Alan. There's only one Alan, but Barbie and Ken. So it had to be, like, either Ken or one of, like, the real-life random people in the office. But I think he was a Ken. He also has a series on Netflix. Wait, really? Well, there's Sex Education. There's that one. And I personally have never seen that show to begin with. But he did play in that one. Huh. It's over now. The main character in that show, I only know him from like certain things. Ender's Game, The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, The Space Between Us, Hugo, Nanny McPhee. Like, I just know him from all the other things except the Netflix show. Skip. Yeah. That show didn't really appeal to me though on Netflix. I'm like, eh. I do need to watch the newest season of Black Mirror. That is for sure. But our project is complete. We do it. We did! Oh, yay! Oh my gosh, that's a lot. That's scary. There's so much going on the screen. We did it. We did do the thing. We officially have finished our first module of Codecademy. Finally. Now we have done 12% of our progress. 12% today. And it looks like what we are now on, we are on the beginner CSS. 1 lesson, 1 project, and 1 quiz. My brain hurts. My brain hurts. Our guided practice. Olivia Woodruff portfolio. 30 minutes, my gosh, I don't have that time like that. Not today, at least. Do these wait. So I have a study plan of doing a lesson per, like one day per week for 2 hours. Is like my goal to do Codecademy. And Codecademy is telling me do all of these in 1 day in 2 hours. I'm like, do y'all know that I stream this every single Saturday for at least 2.5 hours or so? I yap between every single section. I'm what you call delusional and distracted. The newest season of Black Mirror is crazy. Like crazy bad or crazy good. There's one episode that I can't remember the name of, where depending on which episode you get on, of these scenes change. Some people have one version and some people have another kind of Mandela effect. Oh. That is very interesting. Huh. See, I've seen Orphan Black. That girl's crazy. That girl is insane. Great actress, but oh, that movie's wild. You relate to being distracted? Yeah. I get very distracted about the most littlest things. This one, I love to yap with you all about literally anything and everything. Movies, books, TV shows. Anything. Honestly. Oh, and speaking of books, by the way, where am I at in my progress real quick? Let me go to my Kindle. Kindle. So, as we all know, I'm reading a book called Don't Let Her Stay by Nicola Sanders. I'm on chapter 29 out of... Chapter 29 out of 45. And they're not really long pages is the thing. They don't take that long to read, but I'm just a slow reader. But I'm proud of myself that I've gotten this far in a book in a very long time. It's a psychological thriller book, which makes it so much more interesting to read. It keeps your mind like interested, and I like what I'm reading so far. And I'm ready to read, I'm ready to go into the next book, honestly. But I have very, very high hopes about this one. And I think with the other books that I have, I don't think I have all of them in here. The other books that I have is I'm going to have to make bookmarks, like physical bookmarks for them. So that way when I'm reading, I'll know where I left off on my page. Because right now I'm just using my Kindle. And when I go through my physical books, I'll lose a page. So I have to actually make bookmarks for myself. Also, welcome back from the ads, friends. If you got an ad, I was yapping about books. If you have any book recommendations or books that you're reading, feel free to share. So it's funny, today I was playing Fortnite with your boyfriend and listening to music and listening to a stream. He was like, how do you multitask like that? I told him ADHD is a curse, but it can be beautiful. Our brains are going a mile a minute. That is very true. I can listen to music while my game's playing in the background or whatever, while reading chat. I'm very good at multitasking, but when something catches my interest, I'm like, okay, focus on just that, and then eventually move on to the next one. So I can relate to that for sure. But then over time, I will get overstimulated and get frustrated that I'm gonna have to move on to something different, or minimize the distractions are around me. That makes sense. Okay. Bookmarked it now. So now we are on the next module. We are officially on Modular 2 of Beginner CSS Visual Rules. We have one lesson, one project, and one quiz before we go on to how to build websites on your own computer, which will most likely be next week or so. But today's stream is all about visual rules and see what we can get out of that. But I'm also trying to bookmark all these streams so that when I can split them up, I can upload them into separate things for YouTube stuff. So, good things. You can also get wicked hyperfocus. Yeah, that's me with Stardew. I'm telling you, I always feel so bad. Like, I could literally sit here in silence for 3 hours straight and not say a single word. And just like type for days or play my game for days. Like Stardew Valley, I could lock in for hours without saying a word on stream. Even Sims. But then my Sims actually make me frustrated, so I have to like yap because ooh, they are doing the uttermost sometimes. Okay, so introduction to visual rules. The purpose of CSS is to add style to a web page, and each element on the page can can have many style properties. Some of the basic properties relate to the size, style, and color of the element. In this lesson, you'll learn some fundamental CSS visual rules that you can use to start styling web page elements. So on the code on the right, think about how it relates to the web page on the right of the browser, which is over here. So, ooh, wrong one. So we're almost there. And then we have styles. Ah. You forget to message your boyfriend sometimes. He gets kind of bummed, but he's becoming understanding. That's nice. I'm glad he's becoming understanding. I forget to message anyone back. Like someone will message me on Discord or send me a text message and I will not respond for days because I think my issue is I see the message and then my brain tells me like, oh, you've already responded to the message, like in your head, but not on the screen. And then a couple days go by, I'm like, oh wait, I never actually responded to the message. I just responded it in my head. So I left some people hanging in the DMs and it's not great. So I do forget sometimes. If I do forget, just message me again. Okay. This one has 10. Ooh, font family. But also too, I love texting, but I'm very bad at texting people back. I'm not very good at responding to long messages because I don't know how to respond to that. It takes me like 4 to 5, not really. It takes me a while to dissect a gigantic paragraph that's being sent to me. So that way I fully understand what I'm reading and how I can properly respond to it. Because I'm like, I don't know what I just read, but I read something. Give me a minute. Wait, if you ever use word processing software like Microsoft Word or Google Docs, chances are you probably have also used a feature that allows you to change the font you were typing in. Font refers to the technical term typeface or font family. To change the typeface of the text on your webpage, you can use the font family property, which makes sense. Oh my gosh, hiccup, sorry. Okay, so H1, those little brackety thingies. Squiggly, and then FF equals font family, and then whatever the font is, and then squiggly. There we go. So that makes a lot of sense. So in the example above, the font family is all the main heading elements are set to Go Raymond. I don't know how to say that word, but okay. When setting typeface on a web page, keep the following points in mind. The font specific to must be installed on the user's computer, which, let me tell you, hold on, before we even get to the next little bit, I don't know how many of you all have ever heard of this website called thefont.com. If anyone's ever used this website in any of their days, especially in high school, maybe even middle school, I think, I don't know. But thefont.com is so bad for so many reasons. One, there's tens of millions of fonts, or actually there's only 94,413 fonts on this website. There used to be way more. But it's bad because they're all free fonts you can use for personal usage, which is great, but there's too many fonts. When I see something free, I'm like, let me just grab that real quick, like Sims 4 custom content or CC in general for The Sims. It's free, I download, I'll take it, I'll use it. But the fonts, there's so many and they're so pretty. And it was like, I have to have it all. It looks so great. Like, there's a variety of fonts you can choose from thefont.com. And then there was another website that I had used like so many years ago. This was like back in like 2010, 11 or whatever. A lot of, at least from my understanding, Sim YouTubers during the Sims 2 era who made machinimas. Or actually, you know what? No, I think all YouTubers or a lot of people had used this website called Mess Letters, messletters.com. You could type literally whatever you wanted into Mess Letters. Like if you wanted to have something flipped, or yeah, if you wanted to have something like flipped, you could get your font flipped around, whether it's upright or upside down. Stacked font was like another thing that they had on here. Emoticons, emojis, text art. Like there was so many different variations of ways you could use Mess Letters to make whatever you really wanted. And it was the best thing ever. I used Mess Letters to like have like little emoticons for my descriptions, so like space things out. Oh, the one above Chewy Bubble is pretty. Oh, yeah. I like Mess Letters and the font. It's like my favorite place. Yeah, Sims 2 music videos always use Mess Letters all the time. They always made full-on stories. I was a part of that era. I used to make a lot of Sims 2 machinima short film things. And then I stopped doing it because my game was fine. I just kind of got overwhelmed and stressed about it. And I was in high school, so it was taking a lot of my time. So I had to draw something back. Plus all of my content back then was very sad and depresso. And I wanted something a little bit more livelier for me personally. So that's why I made Spring Sims. Nice, cheery, lovely, and it just made sense. So here I am today. My old YouTube channel is still around. You can still watch videos on there if you wanted to. Called Saga World Productions. Okay, so inside style.css, set the font family to the main heading H1 and subheading H2 to Georgia. Georgia, where are you? Font family. Fairly Odd Parents. That's right. Georgia. Is that right? It doesn't really matter where you put them, as long as you know where you put them. That's all good. Yeah, there we go. Font family, Gucci, run. Check marked off the spot. Helvetica, Helvetica. That's a very elongated name. So we'll put that in the paragraph section. Font family, Icebed family first. Font family. We do font dash family the little dotty dot things, and then you type in the font family that you want. So let's say, for example, you wanted to change like your website's header or paragraph or whatever. Let's say we downloaded California Vibes font on our computer, and you have it on your PC because it's yours, it's on there, and you want to change your heading from like to like Georgia to California Vibes, it'll be like that. We'll have a lot of really good examples to kind of go off of once we kind of get into the nitty gritty of making the website in the third module of this lesson. So I'm looking forward to that adventure. I'm sorry, what you talking about, Willis? Oh, and at the little part, there we go. There we go, now it's fixed. Very pretty. Is that soccer? The local semi-pro soccer team in Seattle, Washington plays internationally friendly. Are you sure about that? You just thought the Georgia Ways by Quavo? I don't think I have listened to Quavo in like a very, very long time. It's been so long. And I didn't even know he actually had a song like that. Wow. I haven't heard that name in a long time. Because didn't he do a song? Hold on. Was it Ariana Grande? No, it was not. It was just somebody else, I think. Oh no, yeah, no, that was somebody else. Anyway, yeah, I haven't listened to Quavo in a while. I think I maybe have listened to one of his songs a long time ago without realizing it was him. Like, a song will come on the radio, like, the song sounds catchy, but I would not know the artist. Oh, it's country. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, that's interesting. I'll have to listen to that song then. A good mixture between the two. A good mixture. Quavo and Luke Bryan. Wow. Oh, it came out recently. Maybe that's why I haven't heard of that song. It came out last year. No. Wait, that's just how I was raised. Stuck in George's ways. That's just how I was raised. Oh my goodness. That's a very interesting song. Okay, I have to listen to that then. Okay, so next step is font size. Changing the typeface is not only a way to customize the text, oftentimes different sections of a web page are highlighted by modifying the font size. To change the font size of text of your web page, you can use the font size property. In the example above, the font size of all paragraphs is all set to 18 pixels. PX means pixels, which is one way to measure font size. So in the style CSS, set the font size in the paragraph elements to 18 pixels. Let's go down to here. We're gonna add in font size. So you just type in font dash size, the little dotty dot things, space, and then 18px, and then the little semicolon. Colon, semicolon, there we go, those are the words. Do that, and then you can run, and then it works. Da, 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 da. Next. Font weight. So in CSS, the font weight property controls how bold or thin text appears. The font weight property has another value, normal. Why does it exist? If we wanted all text on the web page to appear bolded, we could select all text elements and change their font weight to bold if a certain section of text was required to appear normal. However, we could set the font weight to a particular element to normal, essentially shutting off bold for that element. So the paragraph section, we'll have to make that bold. So we'll have to type in font dash weight, if I could spell weight, colon, space, bold, semicolon. And then we click run, that will make the text go bold, which is cool. And of course, there's normal. If you wanted it to be normal, it'll be like that. Another one I think is italicize is another one. So there's normal, bold, and italic, which italic means like slanted, fancy. Oh, did I spell that right? Is the correct? That's the correct. Like, did I spell that right? Oh no, I did. I think that's just like a. Oh no, font style. That was the other one. Never mind. That goes with style, not weight. Yeah, bold, lighter, and normal. That was the other one. This is lighter. Interesting. Okay. We'll go with what they want. But the font style is what the other ones are. No, it's all good. It's all good. No, honestly, these streams are made for lurking. You are all good. The new Fear Street movie just came out on Netflix and you're watching it. Isn't that the prom queen one or like prom something? Because I think I also saw that too. Ah, text alignment. No matter how much styling is applied to the text. Oh. Hold on. Prom queen, yes, cool. I figured it was, but I couldn't fully remember if it was or not. That scene that it was. No, feel free to lurk. It's all good. It's all good. How many are there? I think it's like 4 or 5, right? 4 or 5, I think. Of Fear Street. I've only seen 2 of them. Okay, so what was it again? Oh yeah, so no matter how much styling is applied to the text, typeface, size, weight, etc., the text will always appear on the left side of the container in which it resides. To align text, we can use the text alignment property. The text alignment property will align text to the element that holds it, otherwise known as its parent. So the text alignment property can be set to one of the following commonly used values: left, center, right, or justified. So we need to go to the style CSS and set text alignment property to the main heading H1. So we need to type in text dash align colon, and we need to type in center semicolon. So that will be in that. And the heading 1 would be this right here. And now it's in the center, as it should be. Oh, this is the 4th movie that came out, right? Wait, really? 4th? Well, I think there were so many. Fear Street. Oh. Oh, then I need to go back and rewatch like the other 2. Hold on. Ariana Greenblatt has been in everything. Oh my. He's been in almost every single major movie I have seen. He's also going to be in Now You Can See Me 3. He's been everywhere. My lordy Lugosh. I'm not complaining. She's a great actress, but my gosh, I'm like, haven't I seen you somewhere before? Yes. In almost every movie I've seen. At least in the past 2 years, 2 or 3 years. Okay, so we got our text alignment header in the center. Now we can go into the next one. And now we have color and background color. Before discussing the specific color, it's important to make 2 distinctions of color. Color can affect the following design aspects: foreground and background. Foreground color is the color that an element appears in. So like if you wanted to change like the white text to like black, you could. For example, the heading is styled to appear in green, and the foreground color of the heading has been styled. Conversely, when a heading style is styled so that the background appears yellow, the background color of the heading has been styled. So in CSS, these two design aspects can be set out with the following two properties, color and background color. So the example above, the text of the heading will appear in red and the background of the heading will appear blue. So what we'll do is we'll take a look at the caption of the image up here. I think that's what they meant. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, right here. Let's see, the caption of the image at the bottom of the page. In Style CSS, set the background color in the caption selector to white. So we need to add in, I'll put at the bottom. We'll do type in color, colon, space, white, semicolon. And that should change it to white. What did it change, huh? Oh, background color. I'm slow. It said background color. We'll type in background color dash. There we go. That is a lot better. There we go. And so it's down here is what it meant. So down here is white. So if we change this to like red, it'll be red. So if you kind of get what I'm doing here, background color. But if we change, let's say, the color to like a blue, then that's awful. The the text will be blue, but the background of the text will be red. That, ooh, no, take that away. That's not correct at all. That is not great. Let's change that back to white, like it said before. But now we need to do the same thing and set the color of the text to black, so that way it is readable. Because this, you can't read that. No one can. Unless you squint your eyes and tilt your head 45-degree angle, you will be able to see it. Maybe. Likely chance, probably not. But if you believe enough, you will. But now we can see it. A local semi-pro soccer team in Seattle, Washington plays an international friendly. Yes. So we done did that and we move forward. I find like CSS is like, it can be simple, but it can also be hard at the same time depending on how you kind of do it, you know? But the opacity, opacity is the measure of how transparent an element is. It's measured from 0 to 1, with 1 being 100% or fully visible and opaque, and 0 representing 0% or fully invisible. Opacity can be used to make elements fade into others, or a nice overlay effect. To adjust the opacity of an element, the syntax looks like this. So we need to go down to opacity, which we don't technically have one. So we need to go to caption. Put this under here. We need to type in 0.75 opacity. So we'll type in opacity, colon, space, 0.75, semicolon. Just like that. And then we'll do run, and that will be at the bottom right here. And now it looks a bit more faded. A little bit more transparent. A nice, good effect. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm not an expert, but I feel like I have learned a thing or two, at least of today and last week and the 2 weeks before that. This would have technically been week 4, but oh well. At least, you know, update actually, my finger is now all healed. So I no longer have to wear a bandage anymore. But the finger is healed and it's nice. But the skin is still grown, of course, over it, but I no longer have to wear a bandage. Gotta keep it clean. And I shall be good to go. Good to go. Okay. Fierce who just rickrolled you. Honestly, I'm not surprised. With certain movies like this, there has to be at least one rickroll. Jane Dover. Oh, background image. Oh, no. Now, this is where it gets funky. CSS has the ability to change the background of an element. One option is to make the background of an element an image. This is done through CSS property background image. Its syntax looks like that at the bottom. Main banner, background image, and then URL. Oh my gosh. This like reminds me all the way back from the MySpace days where we could change our background to like whatever we wanted, like zebra print or cheetah print or whatever. I think you also have the ability to do that in the old, if you remember the way back in the day, like the YouTube days, we could change our YouTube background to whatever we wanted. And that stuff back then was funny. How long is the movie for Fear Street? Okay, the background image property will set the element's background to display an image. The value provided background image is a URL. Okay, so we need to go to the image portion, which is right down here, and the background is the soccer team. To change the background image to the element of the image class, image is stored the following URL. So we have to change that to freelance unit 2 soccer JPEG. So copy and paste this. We'll change that URL to that one, and that should run. Oh, thank you for snoozing the ads, by the way. I appreciate that so much. Okay, and oh, that's a little bit different. I will put that text like up here. That doesn't look right. But we fixed the image. Now it's different. Now the important stuff, exclamation point important, can be applied to specific declarations instead of full rules. It will override any style no matter how specific it is. As a result, it should almost never be used. Once important is used, it is very hard to override. Oh, geez, Louise. The syntax of important in CSS looks like that. Oh, since important is used in the P sector color attribute, all paragraph elements will be appeared blue. Even though there's more specific main paragraph selectors that set to the color attribute red, one justification of using important is when working with multiple style sheets. For example, if we're using the Bootstrap CSS framework and want to override the styles into one specific HTML element, we can use the important property. Oh my gosh, hello? There's a lot going on here. Specific. Not Pacific. Specific. Okay. Imagine style-library.css. It's a style sheet that is full of good styles, but you don't like how it's turning the color to the H1 yellow. Excuse me? Okay. Oh gosh, that's bright. Yeah, the color yellow on this blue background that's too much. That's also not the correct yellow. That's like caution tape. Anyway, in the style CSS, add the important rule to the color style on the inside H1 rule set to change the color back to white. Oh my gosh. Okay. So inside of the H1, so what they're saying is, we'll do this. Important facts today, class. Thank goodness it's back down, right back where it belongs. Okay, so the last one. Oh, nice. Okay, so the last one for the day. Review visual rules. Font family, font size, font weight, text alignment, color, background color, opacity, background image, and important. These are very easy to remember, at least for me, but I'm going to write them down because I know I'm going to forget eventually at some point soon. Font family, easy. Size, weight, and alignment are pretty easy to remember for me. Color is, let's see, let me see. Color is, oh, what was that? No. Color is just a color property value for an element. So, and then background color is defines a color for the background of the element, which, yeah, okay. Oh, and literally just right there. Opacity, transparent, background image. That's the background element to an image with the background color property. And then important override stuff. So let's see. Important. Override stuff. There we go. Hello? Hello? There's so much going on. I have so many tabs open. Help, help, help. Also, Anonymous, thank you so much for the $7.29 to St. Jude for the kids and everyone who has cancer or will have it. Much love. Thank you so much. I really greatly appreciate that for that lovely donation. Honestly, cancer sucks. No one should ever have cancer. But people who have cancer, we're sending you all the love, all the positivity, all the good everything. So that way you can be cancer free. So thank you so much for that lovely donation to St. Jude. It really does mean a lot for sure. Thank you. Okay, so wait, we have a quiz. Oh, that was you. Oh, well, thank you, Peppa, for that donation. I really greatly appreciate that. Then I had a feeling. Okay. It's time for the quiz, my friends. Get your brain noodles out. Oh, the objective. Oh, gosh. Oh, lordy Lou. Olivia Woodruff portfolio. Oh, it's a project, not a quiz. Vibes brighter than the sun. Heck, cancer. Exactly. I would like cancer to be burned alive. That's what I want. Oh gosh. Oh no. I have 9 of these, which isn't bad. Okay, for this project, you will have to know your knowledge of CSS visual rules to create rule sets and improve the appearance of the photography portfolio site. Okay, look over at the index HTML to review the different HTML elements you have to work with, then navigate to the style CSS. Start by making the header section stand out a bit more. Select the header element and make its background color cornflower blue. Cornflower blue? What in the actual? Hello? So how did it go again? Oh no. Oh wait. A minute, I'm gonna go down here. I just forgot how exactly this was going to work. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's HTML. I need CSS. What was it again? I think I'm doing that right. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I'm doing it right. Yeah. Woodruff. That's an interesting name. I'm wondering, do you like butter on your popcorn or butter free? Okay. Interesting. You like butter on the popcorn. But what kind of popcorn? Just regular butter popcorn, or do you like kettle corn? I prefer kettle corn mostly. That's just me. Okay, so if I'm gonna do this correctly, the header I know I need that. Let me try and do that. I don't know what I'm doing. Hi, Miv. Welcome in. It's good seeing you. I'm trying to make a photography portfolio website and my brain's broken. But welcome in, Miv. How was your stream today? How did it go? Oh, what kind of, which, anyway. But welcome in though, friends. How are you? My name is Steven, pronouns he, him. I play a lot of The Sims here, but today we are learning HTML and CSS in Codecademy. A nice little cozy chill time while raising money for St. Jude. We're getting very close to hitting $8,000 raised for St. Jude again, and we're getting very close. We're less than $200 away from hitting 8,000, and I'm so excited because at 8,000 I said I would speed run the detective career in The Sims 4 as my Chicago Fire character. Oh, you stream from bed? Wait, that's so cool. Little slumber party vibes. I like that. And you were reading? Miv, give me a book suggestion right now. I need it. I need new books to read anyway. I'm almost done with my book right now. I'm reading a book called Don't Let Her Stay by Nicola Sanders. And it's very, very good. Highly recommend if you love a good psychological thriller book. But hi Eerie, hi Wildflower, hi above all, welcome in, and also Morg, welcome in. No, this is wild because I literally was just talking about needing to know HTML and CSS. I'm telling you, cliche. Codecademy is the way to go. Trust me. Way to go. Oh, the spear cuts through water. Ooh. Is that a romance novel? Let me put that in my list. Ooh. Oh, a fantasy book. Ooh, okay. I love fantasy books. That's a good one. Steven's being super smart. I'm trying. Honestly, friends, I am really trying to be smart. We're trying to make a portfolio website for a photographer, but make their site look pretty. So I'm like, ooh, okay. We're getting there. One of my goals is to make a book recommendation website for myself. So whenever I have a new book that I really like, I want to make columns and different sections on the page to say, ooh, I like these books because of X, Y, and Z, but this is also like a fantasy or romance novel or a psychological thriller book or, I don't know, murder mystery. But that's so cool. Oh, it has a strong romance subplot, but it's fantasy. Okay, I'll take that in consideration. I wonder if one of my indie bookstores has it. I've been trying to go to more indie bookstores more often just to see. Oh, and they have them on Libro. Okay, then I'm good. It supports indie bookstores as well, because I know my indie bookstore that I go to uses Libro FM, so I can use that. It's an audio book. 17 hours of listening. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that for sure. But that's so much fun that you were having a nice cozy reading night, little pajama party on stream today. But of course, if you need to raid and run, feel free to do so, my friends. Hang out if you would like to. If you want to learn a little bit more about CSS and HTML, stick around. But yeah, if anyone has any other book recommendations that you all have been reading as of lately, feel free to type them in the chat if you would like to, because we will take them all to heart. Okay, so header. I'm trying to figure out. I'm gonna type something because I do feel like this might be wrong, but it could also be right at the same time. Background color. Cornflower blue. This doesn't feel right. Oh, wait, no. Okay, I think I figured it out. Aha! Did I do it right? I did it right! It's blue. Oh, if you struggle with audiobooks, I personally did. I recommend giving the written version a try. I don't mind audiobooks. It just takes me a while to get into them because I lose focus. But I will definitely check out the written version because I do want to get a written version so that way I can see what I'm reading rather than like hearing it. So I'll check out both. I'll check out both. There's some stylization that I found so far this year has been starter villain. Wait, whoa, I read 2 messages at the same time. We found it a little bit confusing as a listener, but very clear when you read it with your eyes. Okay. Okay. Good note to keep. Where is this at? Okay. Okay, good. Well, thank you, Miv. I appreciate that. My favorite book so far this year has been Starter Villain by John Scalzi. It's kind of like a sci-fi, but it's so funny. And you've been recommended to everyone. Ooh, that is very interesting. I haven't really been into a lot of sci-fi. Maybe because I haven't really found like the right one is what I'm thinking. So I'll have to check that one out too. And see what that one's all about. Are you gonna probably start reading this Twisted Disney book? Ooh, well, that'd be fun. I do have the Kindle app on my iPad and my phone, so I use both. Whenever I'm like on the go, I tend to use my phone because my iPad's normally always dead, as I forget to charge it sometimes. I did that one. Now change the top header section in your header rules. Text alignment. Okay. Oh yeah, especially when you listen to books, I have a written version in front of you, or you get lost. Yep. It's kind of like school, you know? When you're listening to something in your ears, but you also have like the written portion, you can follow along. Because then you can like saying, oh wait, hit pause. That's a very good, interesting sentence. I like this for X, Y, and Z reasons. So I like that. I like that. So I might do both. Get the audio and get the physical, because then I can like highlight and like read as I go. So that's what I'm doing right now with my current book called Don't Let Her Stay. It is the most psychological thriller book I've ever read. The only one I've read, actually. And the stepdaughter is absolutely crazy. The stepmom, Joanne, she's losing her marbles. Her husband is absolutely awful. The maid, don't like her attitude. The gardener, he's okay. He was involved in a scandal with the stepmom, even though she had no recollection. It's very twisted, very dark. Jeremy Ritter's book, audiobook. I thought about reading that book too. That was on my list for a while, to read Jeremy Ritter's book. Like listening while you read sometimes, but it depends on the context. Yeah, that's the other thing too. It depends on the content of the book if I'm willing to listen to it only, and also written. Like right now, my page limit is like under 400 pages. I can go a little bit further, but I think the book has to be very interesting for me to read even more, if that makes sense. I'm like, I don't know. The vibes are a little bit different, but I'll take my time. But thank you again, Miv, though. Helps Jeremy actually read them himself. His emotions are great. Oh, yeah, that's true. Because he did this audiobook, too. Because he wrote it and also read it. That's nice. I'll write that down. What did you say? What was the other one? I'm going to scroll back up real quick. Since ads were playing and then no one can hear me. Starter villain? Because right now, all I use is Goodreads at the moment. I think it's very easy, a very easy sci-fi for people who don't really use that or read that genre. Okay. Okay. Because like I like easy books that can grab my interest, at least in the first few chapters. I'm always down for that. Ooh. Okay, like 264 pages. That's not bad. I can handle that. Oh, what is this right here? A man financially down on his luck discovers he inherited his dead uncle's. Wait, what? Wait, Charlie's life. Wait, inheriting your uncle's supervillain's business is more complicated than you think, particularly when you discover who's running the place. Charles' life is going nowhere fast. A divorced substitute teacher living with his cat in a house his siblings want to sell. All he wants to open up is a pub downtown. If only the bank will approve his loan. Then his long-lost Uncle Jack dies and leaves his supervillain business, complete with island volcano lair to Charlie. But becoming a supervillain isn't all great laser death rays and lava pits. Jake has had enemies, and now they're all coming after Charlie. His uncle might have been a stand-up, old-fashioned kind of villain, but there are real things, rich, soulless predators back-ended by multinational corporations and venture capital. It's up to Charlie to win the war his uncle started against the League of Supervillains. But with unionized dolphins, hyper-intelligent talking spy cats, and terrifying henchmen at his side, going bad is starting to look pretty good. In a dog-eat-dog world, be a cat? Wait, that's so cool. Okay, I'll put that on my Goodreads. Nice. Who is this Dabney person? Follow me on my Goodreads account. Interesting. Well, if you all want to follow me on Goodreads, you can, if you would like to. But cliche, that's a very cool book. Wow. Yeah, if you want to follow me on Goodreads, you can. It's just Spring Sims, really. If you just search for me, you can follow each other. You literally actually are crying a little reading this book. Just imagine everything. Yeah, hearing about the whole story, it's very hard for sure. So I would take it very, very slow when reading. That's for me. Okay. Okay, next section. Next, use the CSS to make a paragraph below Olivia's name with a larger text size and style. Select the About Me element. What? Okay, dot About Me. Oh, dash me elements. These little fancy squiggly things. And then we'll need to do font size. Font size dash 20 pixels. Semicolon. So we got that. And that it changed to what it needed to be, which is great. Right here. We'll move that back up, make it more clean. And then in the About Me, paragraph's a little bit dark against the light blue background. So we need to change the opacity in the About Me to 50%. So we need to go to opacity, if I can spell opacity, to 50. Wait. I'm so confused. Oh no, here it is, opacity. Oh, 0.5. 0.5 semicolon. Okay, so that looks very opaque. Very hard to read. We got that one, we got that one. And then in the project section, make the selection title bold. Select the title. So we need to do dot title. Those little fancy squiggly things. And then we need to do font weight, if I can spell font or weight. Font weight, colon to bold, semicolon. And then that would make the title bold for projects. And then change the main title color so that it matches the background color more nicely. So set the color for H1. And we'll need to do .h1 space squiggly line thingies. And then do color colon space Azir semicolon. Huh? What? No, wait just a minute here. Oh. Oh. There we go, that's better. There we go, that's better. So now it changes. You can see it better. So it changed this to like more of like a black color to more nicer color that fits the background of the blue, the light blue. I was like, wait, that doesn't look right. Fix that. There we go. Alrighty, so now we got that. Number 7 says instead of the page being the default Times font, which I do not like Times font, we need to change the entire page, the font to the entire page. So select body. Going to do dot body, squiggly liney thingies, space, font family, font dash family, colon, Georgia, semicolon, enter, or save. What? Oh, wait, no. There we go, that's better. Georgia. Woodruff reminds you of dandruff. No, it honestly kind of does. Olivia Dandruff. Olivia Woodruff. I wonder how Olivia's doing. Olivia Woodruff. Where are you now? What are you up to? Oh, they're a developer specializing in HTML and CSS. I like to run bike and make coffee using my AeroPress. I mean, hey, do what you gotta do. We'll help you fix your website. So the last one, it says finally make the background of the page more interesting. So within the body selector, which is over here, we need to do background image, background dash image, colon, use this URL, which I don't know. Oh, space, URL, parentheses, I think. Yeah, parentheses. This is space, parentheses, these little thingamabobs. Do that. Do like that. And then close parentheses, colon. Yes. Oh, no. Okay, that did nothing. Uh-huh. Huh? Oh, it did do something. I was like, wait, why does it look so awkward? It did change it. It's so opaque. Or it's so transparent that I literally could not see this. I'm like, did it change anything in the background? It did. These little squiggly line thingies. That's what it changed. Okay. So that's done. And now, last one, it says, great work. Feel free to keep coding and edit the visual rules to personalize the site appearance. Yeah, no. I don't want to. No. Wait. I want to see what this one does. Let me see. No, let's not do that. Let's not get carried away and break something. Next. Skip code review. Wait, hold on. Can I... What's this? Copy file, reset workspace, save. Okay, I can't really do a solution. That's fine. But we did get 25 more XP for our levels. So we're at 205 for HTML and CSS, 180 for web design and web development. That's exciting. So the last and final thing is our quiz. And then we're done with, literally after this one, we are done with basic CSS and HTML. Then we can move on to actually building websites. So first question, how will the following CSS rule affect the text in the H1 element? That will change turn the background color to blue? No. We'll change the text color to blue is what it will do. Yes. As CSS declaration with the property color, the value blue will turn the text blue. If it was background color, it would change the background color to blue. First one done. Good. Still got 100. Okay. What will the color of the links... Wait, what will the color of the links be after applying CSS below? I don't know. Life. Let's see. Links. Main content. The body will be green. It'll be rojo. Red. Did I say that right? Rojo? What in the... What? Oh, I did say that right. Rojo. Red. Yes. Because of the importance. It overrides everything. When you have exclamation point important near something, it'll override it. It'll override the color declarations. So, which of the following is correct CSS declaration? All of it. Not really. Correct CSS color decoration. I was like, what in the world? It's the top one. Yes, because there's a semicolon and there's also a colon. That is the difference. I'm like, the bottom one looks the same as the top one, but one has a colon and one has an equal sign. The font weight property will adjust which of the following. The font weight changes how thin or thick the text appears. The weight is not the third, first, or second. It's the fourth one. It changes the thickness of the letters of the text. And then how would you make H1 element invisible on the page? The opacity. But it's the last one. Wait, invisible. Yeah, it's 0. If you want to make it visible, it will be 1. If you want it invisible, it's 0. Yeah. 0 is transparent, 1 is opaque. And then font family is changing. Wait, it allows you to group all the fonts. Yeah, no. The typeface used by the element, it defines and creates a new font. Last one, that's a lie. It allows you to group all the fonts you use in your... Yeah, no, it's the second one. Used to set the typeface. The typeface used by the element. And then the last and final one would be, which of the following will set the element's background to an image? Well, we all know what that one is. It is the second one because there's a dash and the URL, there's no equal. It's the parentheses with the quotations with the URL inside the quotations with the semicolon at the end. Bada bing, bada cookaboom. As we've just got 100% on visual rules. I'm telling you, I'm more better at UI design than UX. I know more UI design to make things look pretty than UX. So we done did the thing. And now we got more XP. So, my friends, with that being said, that is where we will leave it off for today. So based off of what we just did today, we are now at 17% of our skill path. So for anyone that's not familiar, Codecademy is a website that you can use to study a new skill, whether it's just like for fun or a new career that you're trying to get into. They've got a plethora of things. They're still adding in new stuff. Web design, data science, web development, cybersecurity, C++, C++, IT, Java, SQL, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Python. They have a plethora of things you can choose from, especially if you have a career path you want to go into, like front end engineer, back end engineer, computer science, iOS developer, data scientist, or full stack engineer. Um, it's very, very helpful, especially if you don't know where to begin. You can take a quiz and it'll give you what, based off of your results, it'll give you a path to choose or like start working on. Um, Even the best part too, you can decide what you want to, like how much you want to do. I chose once a week because that's all I can physically handle and emotionally handle, honestly. You can also check on your progress. You can also set your goal of what you want to do. You can see all of your achievements as well of like what you have achieved. I've done committed and I've also done steady. And I've also done all of these too as well because they were all of my lessons. They do have other ones that are free. They have lessons that are free, but I pay for this. I pay for the skill path that I'm learning because I wanted to get a certificate at the very end. Plus, it's wrapping everything that I want to learn into one. But if you did not want to pay, they have a bunch of free courses that are all split into their own individual. So mine is like HTML, CSS, and GitHub wrapped into one, but they also have them separate for free. Like HTML is separate, CSS is separate, the fundamentals, introductions, everything is completely free for the free courses. It may take longer, but it's there if you want that. And if you see something that you really like that you may be curious about, they have a free trial. I did the free trial first before I decided to pay for it. And I was like, I'm already this far, I might as well go and like just get it anyway. And it's not really expensive. I think it was like less than $200 for a year because I'd like to pay for the full year rather than month to month because that gets pricey, as we all know. But I say if you want to give it a try, go for it. Python is another one that I've been curious about, but I will say Python's a lot of skill paths, of course, but then they have like some free courses here and there that you can choose from, which is nice. So, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. They have resources in case you want to look at documents or articles, cheat sheets, challenges, videos, learning tips, career advice. I think they even have like interview advice as well somewhere on their website. Yeah, if you're doing like a new career, you can do like an interview prep thing for free, which I think is pretty interesting, or at least trying pro for free to do getting ready for an interview if you're in the tech industry. Not too shabby. Can you actually use this to get a job, or is it just for learning? It's mainly for learning. So what you learn in Codecademy, you can apply to a job that you're like applying for. So let me show you for an example. So so let's say we're gonna be like a front end engineer for whatever reason. What it will do, it'll give you everything you need to know about what it's like to be a front end engineer. It'll give you projects, quizzes, and also a certificate that you can apply to after you're all done, that you can take and put on like your LinkedIn page or your Indeed or whatever website you use to apply for jobs on. So it gives you a full-blown certificate that you can showcase to people, saying, hey, I did this and I'm fully legit. So like it'll say like your name, what you did for your certificate thing, your date, signature, and also like a little QR code that people can scan and show or like see that it's actually legit. To know like you actually completed all these modules and you actually have these skills for this job that they applied for. I have a few that I've done before. I took a quiz or like a little course to get a certificate in Photoshop, to get certified in Photoshop. And it was pretty easy. I had a certificate for a couple of years. I didn't renew it because I'm like, I don't want to do that. But it's nice to have. It's pretty cool. So I think it's very fun that they have this on here, and it's very helpful. It feels like they're gamifying your progress because as you kind of go through each course, you get XP, and as gamers, we love a good XP, as we all know. But I think it also helps you to know like you're making progress, even though if you've made mistakes, they guide you throughout the entire thing. Like they're hand holding you without hand holding you, letting you run free. But if you need help, there is help. So I like it. I enjoy learning new skills. Like I personally only did this because I wanted to learn a new skill and see what I could get out of it, and then try to apply it to redesign my websites. I'm also not sponsored by them, but I wish I was because I like their product, and I like their website. But the two websites I'm going to be trying to redesign, to give you all a little example, is my stationery store that I run, that I'm trying to rework it, make it more user-friendly, accessibility-friendly, and it just needs a good old refresh. I use Squarespace. How would you renew it from the website? I don't know. That's actually a very good question. I don't know if it actually ever expires or not. That is a good question to know. I would think that they would expire, but let's see here. Let me go to catalog, my HTML certificate. Let me see if I get a certificate at the end of this entire thingamabob. Where is it at? Earn a certificate of completion. Yes. Oh, here it is. I wonder though. The date. For completing verification awarded to, what does that say? Person, founder and CEO, technologies, exams passed. I never really looked into that. I'm gonna have to look that up and see for myself, because I would assume that you have to renew it from the website, or they would email you. Let me see. Certification renew. If I could spell renew. Renewal? So, okay. So with Codecademy's Pro and Plus memberships automatically renew each year, but certificates of completion are rewarded upon completing a course or a path, and they are linked to your membership status. So as long as you have your status on Codecademy, it renews every year. So as long as you're paying the membership on Codecademy, whether it's Pro or Plus, so does your certificate as well. So that's very interesting. Free accounts are not granted certificates. You can save as a PDF, add your certificate to your LinkedIn page. They're saved even if you decide to reset the course. Yeah, so you would have to keep your membership on their website in order to like keep your certificate up to date. If you cancel it after like the end of like let's say this year, then it will mostly expire. Yeah. Now if you get a certificate and then got a job after that membership expired, would it be fine since you already have the job? Yeah. I mean, the certificate only shows like you've had the skill set to do all these things and you applied and got the job. Sure, it would help to keep it, but you got the job, you still are able to retain that knowledge and that understanding on how to do those certain things. So not really. They always say it's just like a piece of paper. Sometimes it doesn't mean anything, but it helped you get somewhere. So yeah, you'll be fine after like it expires. Randy Joe's doing okay. I don't know what he's doing. He's downstairs at the moment. He's asleep because it is his bedtime and he needs to rest. But life is good though, Gloopy. We just finished our second module on Codecademy. We did our CSS training. We did our HTML training. And so our next step is working towards building a website, or actually it says local website development. Learn the tools required to work independently on your own computer. So that is like the next one that we will eventually be doing. I'm scared. Oh my gosh, wait, so literally the next time we do this, we're gonna be learning Chrome Dev Tools. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm really, really excited. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense, Butterfree. Hopefully it does. I think it's quite cool that they have that, and even though it's not too pricey for the membership, I think it's super helpful to have. Like, so like for me, I had a certificate in Photoshop, so I could like train other people about Photoshop essentially. And even after it expired, I was still able to teach people how to use Photoshop professionally without having the certificate, which helped me later down in my life, honestly, which was nice. Oh yeah, I'm glad it was good. I'm glad it helped. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Anytime. I love these cozy streams. They're always fun to do, especially when we're like reading, writing, learning a new skill. Just a lot of really good things. I'm just glad that we're able to do today. And also, thank you all so much for being so kind and so generous. Thank you for helping me fundraise for St. Jude, as we do every year, and that means the world. I won't be back until Monday, to let you all know. So Monday at 1 p.m. Central, it's Memorial Day, so I don't know how many y'all will be here for that. But Monday at 1 p.m. Central, my parents will be on the stream. We will be doing Sims parent trivia. We did it last year where my parents went head to head, and they had to kind of guess what was on our Jeopardy board that we had made last year for this year. See how much Sims knowledge they know. They don't know a lot. So it might end badly, but it also might end good. But we will have to definitely see how that goes. Of course. So either my mom might win or my dad might win. I don't know. I think my dad will really try his hardest to win Sims trivia. So that way he can have something to share to everyone that he knows and say, I beat Mama Spring at Sims trivia. But that'll be out on Monday at 1 p.m. Central. I'll put all the details and stuff in the Discord this weekend, so that way you all know what's happening and all that fun jazz. Yeah. Oh, a steampunk Victorian build. Oh, that's exciting. If you go see Lilo and Stitch, you must let me know. Oh, I will let you know what I think of Lilo and Stitch for sure, because I want to go see it soon, and I might see it this weekend, hopefully tomorrow if I have time. I plan on trying to work on the PowerPoint slide for the majority of the morning, and hop over to Belleville to go see the Lilo and Stitch movie for an evening, come home, relax a little bit, edit some stuff. Yeah, but I will let you know what I think, and also enjoy that movie as well, Mission Impossible. But yes, definitely. But we're gonna go raid one of my good friends, Hiro Kiri, who is actually one, raising money for St. Jude, as we always love a good St. Jude, but is doing something completely different. Normally they play a lot of Just Dance, but they're very musically talented, piano, singing, and they're doing Rock Band 3. They have a full-blown band. They have 3 other people behind them on the guitar, the drums, and the other guitar, and she's on the microphone. And I love Rock Band, but I also love Guitar Hero. So if you're in for like a jammy jam night for some good acoustics, keep yourself awake, definitely stick around in the raid, hang out in the stream. It's always a good time. But I will see you all on Monday. If not, then throughout the week. A reminder, Among Us, 3D Among Us will be on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central. It should be way different and more chaotic because this will be our first time playing this game ever. So that should be very exciting. But happy time zones, everyone. Enjoy your rest. Enjoy your night. Keep your heads up and remain happy. But